Good evening and welcome to the inaugural live stream on Campbelltown City TV. Tonight's game is the Australia Cup 2023 South Australian quarter-final between Campbelltown City and Adelaide City. We're live here from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Good to have your company through YouTube, the maiden voyage, if we could say, of Campbelltown City TV, and they taking on Adelaide City. What should be a great game tonight here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Tonight's matchday commentary team is Paul Pellizzari. Alongside me is Mr. Rob Peppicelli. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening to the viewers watching this big game. As Paul said, the Australia Cup SA quarterfinals. Campbelltown Red Devils up against Adelaide City. Two arch rivals playing against each other tonight in a great do-or-die game to get into the semi-finals.
Okay, and joining us for his debut boundary side is the great Les Pogliacomi. Good evening, Les.
Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
How is it down there, mate? Nice and breezy like up here?
Nice and frisky, yes. Very cold. It's got the beanie on. It's going to be a fresh one with that wind picking up, but that's great conditions to play football. The boys will be running pretty hard to stay warm, I would imagine.
What's the ground like, Les? At the moment, to put your key on the ground?
The pitch is always brilliant here at Campbelltown. They always look after it. We Campbelltown boys want to play football. We always want the ball on the deck, so it's always in pretty good nick. So it should be a really good and entertaining game.
Australia Cup 2023, the South Australian quarter-final between Campbelltown City and Adelaide City. Let's have a look at the journey for Campbelltown City, what got them here in tonight's game. Up on screen, Rob's.
So the form guide reads Campbelltown 3 defeating South Adelaide 0. Campbelltown went down to Adelaide United 2-1. This is in the NPL season this season. Campbelltown defeating Adelaide City 2-1. Going back last month in April, 29th of April, Adelaide Olympic and Campbelltown had a big win. Paul 6-0. Les over Olympic. A pretty good form at the moment, Campbelltown. And last week we saw on Saturday, Les, Campbelltown 3 defeating Sturt Lions 1.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to sort of be here and watch the boys. And first half they started off slow. Obviously went 1-0 down, but second half they really dominated. They really looked comfortable in possession of the ball and created some really good chances and sort of finished the game pretty strong. So I feel that they're in good nick. They're playing some good football. It's just a matter of whether they take their chances and whether they have a bit of luck on their side as well. Football, you need a bit of luck as well. So
yeah, Michael rested a few players in that game. I think he gave Anthony Trimboli a bit of a run. Normally plays off the bench, and also Connor Centofanti. Yeah,
well, it's obviously you're still in the cup. You've got plenty of games to play for, and I think everyone values the Federation Cup and obviously the Australia Cup. They want to get into that final and get a ticket into the main draw. So it's just as important. So he felt obviously he could rest some players. The squad is very, very strong. It's one of the best Campbelltown squads I've ever seen. I'll be honest with you. If you look at the bench, it's full of quality. So luckily Michael's got the luxury to be able to do that, and he's used it well. And they'll be strong tonight again.
Very good form in the last 6. The only hiccup against Adelaide United back in April. But I think Adelaide United were top at that stage, if I'm not mistaken, Rob.
So they're up there at the moment as well, Adelaide United. They're having a pretty good season so far, Adelaide United squad.
And if I can cut in there, I did watch that game, and I felt they were a bit hard done by that game. Adelaide United, they had Yohei sent off pretty early in that match as well. They played with 10 men. So, yeah, sometimes you've got to... You see the results, but if you look at the big picture, they were sort of unfortunate to lose that match. So sometimes you can't read into it, especially cup games like this. It'll be tough.
And as you said, Les, compared to the last couple of seasons, the Red Devils always got it, or the Campbelltown City Red Devils always had youngsters on the bench, but this season they've got experience on the bench and good players.
And that experience, what it does, having experience, pushing experience, it creates competition for places, and players know that they've got to be at the top of their game every time they step onto the park. There's no automatic selection. So it's brilliant for Matrish. It's brilliant for Campbelltown City, and hopefully they can use that depth to have success this season.
And the 50th anniversary, they won the championship, Les and Paul. 60th anniversary this year, can they do it again? 10 years later.
Fingers crossed. I was part of that 50th anniversary championship. That was my last season and my last game for the club.
2013 one?
So, yeah, 2013. So fingers crossed. Hopefully that's an omen that they can get the job done this year.
Les Puglicomi, our boundary rider, of course. It is Campbelltown City TV. Of course, a run with the Wollongong Wolves in the old MPL and Oldham Athletic as we got up there on screen. Tell us just quickly, Les, a bit about your time in England at Oldham.
I was fortunate enough to get the opportunity to go after playing with Wollongong Wolves in the old NSL. Got a gig with Oldham after a trial there. Played 6 seasons. One of them I was injured for most of the year, but yeah, 6 seasons in League One. I spent 5 years at Oldham and 1 year at Blackpool, but yeah, it was a great experience. The main thing was you're there and you're living, eating, breathing, sleeping football 24/7. It was on your brain all the time. It was on everyone's brains, lips, thoughts. It's just the country's consumed by football, and that was the one thing that amazed me and I loved about my time there. Made some good friends, some wonderful experiences, and got to play against some unbelievably talented players. So learnt a lot about the game, and yeah, was fortunate to have that experience.
Got a soft spot for anyone still over there, Les? Any teams?
Well, Oldham, I do support them still. I still look at their results. They've been on a bit of a slide. They're down in the National League now, which is the old first division, first sort of level of the conference. So they finished mid-table this year, and hopefully they'll go on a bit of a promotion run next year and try and bounce back into the league. I'm a sort of Man United supporter as well. From my time there, I still am fortunate enough to have a lot of friends in Manchester that are all United supporters as well. So, yeah, and I'm going back there in July. So,
wow,
hoping to catch up with a few old teammates and a few old friends.
Okay, we saw the Campbelltown City run into the game, or their form, I suppose I should say, the form guide. Let's have a look at the Adelaide City form guide. Not as attractive, if I could say, Rob, as the
had a good
Campbelltown City one.
This year they've lost a few players, Adelaide City, so drew 0-0 with Metro Stars.
That's probably a good result.
Yeah, going back, Metro Stars are on fire at the moment. I think they're on top of the table. Beograd defeating Adelaide City 3-1 in 25th of April. Campbelltown defeating Adelaide City 2-1 on the 29th of April. Adelaide City drawing 1-1 against Croydon. That was last week or a couple of weeks ago. And on Saturday, West Adelaide 0, Adelaide City 1. So had a win over their arch enemies.
Some up and down results there for Adelaide City, Les. Probably not the strong Adelaide City that we saw last season.
Look, they're unfortunate to have a few injuries, so it's depleted their squad a bit, which is, I think, something that was pretty sort of strong about them in the last 2 years. They seem to be able to replace players with another one straight away. You know, if the one got injured, another one went in, and I think this year they haven't got that luxury. But in saying that, Adelaide City, team coached by Paul Pezos, and obviously with the help of what's his name? I forget his name.
It was George Sonis, but he's gone to
by Barney Smith.
Barney
my
Smith,
God.
that's cool.
Barney
How can we forget Barney?
Yeah, how can I forget Barney?
Yeah.
That's right. We beat him in a grand final. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, good old Barney. You know, those guys are winners. They're competitive. They want to win every game. So they'll be tough. Any team that's coached by those two will come out and be aggressive and will try and beat this Campbelltown team. So it's not going to be easy. In cup games, the form guide goes out the window.
True.
And the black and whites are always hard to beat, aren't they?
Always. They've always been a tough opposition all through the years, and I see it no different
they've
tonight.
won the championship the last 2 years too, so yeah.
So some of the
Great
head-to-head between these two teams, as Rob touched on it before, Campbelltown beat Adelaide City earlier on in the season 2-1. But last year, the dominant Adelaide City beat Campbelltown 3-2. They did actually draw 0-0 with City. Campbelltown did last year in their premiership winning team, if I could say, or championship winning team, Adelaide City, that is. Prior to that, Adelaide City beat Campbelltown 2-0, 3-1 and also 2-1. So the history has been on Adelaide City's side, but in saying that, they've lost a few good players too. They've lost a lot of goals from last season. So I think it's going to be a bit of a different game, and they sit sixth on the table, boys, with a +1 goal difference with 16 points. 10 points adrift from Campbelltown City, who have 26 and a +17 goal difference, Rob. So I don't think it's going to be...
Well,
like
we've just
last
reached
year.
over the halfway mark, haven't we? And still plenty of games to go. You know, as long as you make the top 6 in this league, you can win it. I mean, Campbelltown did it, I think, in 2013. Is that right?
Yeah,
Lee?
we snuck in at 4th and had a bit of, came into the final series with a bit of a wet sail, with a bit of momentum and caused a bit of an upset. But look, like I said, you can't dismiss Adelaide City even when they're at their worst. They will always compete, they will always fight, they've always been tough opposition. So Campbelltown are going to have to be at their best to guarantee passage.
And in that game, Michael Matriciani scored the goal in that game. He scored the equaliser, with Totani getting the winner. Admittedly, he's coaching today with Campbelltown as head coach.
Yeah, Mickey was fantastic that year. We were obviously teammates that year and stayed in contact. He's a very intelligent guy, very intelligent coach, knows his stuff. He's a career coach. He wants to do this full time, so he's passionate about the game. He loves what he does. So I'm really hopeful that he can have a lot of success this year. I think last year, he inherited a bit of a squad, and this year he's been able to have a bit of an impact with a few signings and mould it a bit more in the way he wanted to. He's brought in, obviously, Trimboli's brought in Shogo, who's absolute class. This Japanese import is absolutely brilliant, and you'll see that tonight. Okay,
I caught up with the coaches earlier on. In fact, I had the pleasure of both coach and assistant coach, and this is what they had to say. We're here with the coaches, the head coach of Campbelltown City and the assistant coach, Michael Matriciani and Adrian Deloya. Firstly, over to you, Michael. Congratulations, firstly, getting this far. How's the journey been?
Excellent. Look, we've been... last season was a progressive year. I think we started off a little bit slow, but then came good back end of the year. And all the things that we were doing last year at the end, which we were really happy on, we really then kicked on in the pre-season and worked even harder on the things that we were doing well and tweaked a few things, made some new signings. So it's been a great pre-season, and then first half of the year going quite strong. So we're in a really good place. We have a very good squad. So we're really looking forward to tonight.
Adrian, there were some top-line players, if I could say, that rested on Saturday. Is that a ploy for tonight?
Not really. We do have a really big squad, and even the players that came in, we don't call them subs, we call them finishers. So the players that came in, for me, would start in most NPL teams. So to be honest, it wasn't really rotation. The boys we brought in had really good games. I think they were both in our best 3 players. So yeah, all looking good.
Adelaide City probably a bit weakened from last season, Michael. Do you have a bit more confidence going into this game against them? The history hasn't been too great of late, but they're not the Adelaide City of last season.
Look, every time you play against Adelaide City, it's always a bit of a rivalry, Adelaide City against Campbelltown. Quarter-final of the Cup, there's a lot on the line. Should be a great spectacle. Look, I think they've got a couple of injuries from what we're hearing, but in these games, anything can happen. So we're really focused on ourselves and making sure that we're all mentally ready for the battle and not being complacent in any way. But no, we're really up to it.
Michael touched on the injuries, and last time I asked him this, he didn't give me too much. So Adrian, over to you. Have you got a full squad to choose from for tonight's game?
To be honest, happy to report we do have a full quota. Even on the weekend we had a full quota, and touch wood, long may it continue. So yeah, absolute full quota for tonight's game.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time, and good luck in tonight's game. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Paul. So Paul talking to the coach of Campbelltown Red Devils, Michael Matriciani, and also the assistant coach, Adrian Deloya.
How long have they been together?
I reckon 4 years. They spent...
Did they both go to Adelaide City?
A couple of years, yeah, both with Adelaide City, and both with Adelaide University too. They made Adelaide University won the championship, those 2 fellas, and also got promoted to the 2nd division. They came from 3rd division, so from there, they come to Campbelltown Red Devils for this is their second season.
Okay, so here at Les, so we've got Les Bugliacomi, of course, Campbelltown legend, of course, played at Oldham Athletic in the UK, also in the NSL. We'll go through the lineups because the players are just about ready to come out. Les, we'll come down to you shortly, but we'll go through those lineups very quickly.
Okay, we'll look at the Campbelltown Red Devils lineup in tonight's game. In goals is Alexander Woodland. Number 2 is Shogo Yoshikawa. Played in the JT League. Also last season played with Lithuanian League for FK Bangor. The other played 6 is James Boffer. 7 Joel Allwright. The captain for the Campbelltown Red Devils, it is Alex Mullen. Number 9 is Mark Marino. Number 10 is Joshua Baresi. 16 is Daniel Mullen. 21 is Jordan Marisic. 22 Lewis Laurie Latenzio. Played in the Canadian League last season, so good to pick him up as well. 23 is Jake Halliday. That's the starting lineup for the Campbelltown Red Devils. On the bench for Campbelltown is number 4 Connor Santafanti. 14 Adam Pictionary. 17 Anthony Trimboli. 18 Yohi Matsumoto. And reserve goalkeeper, and happy birthday to the reserve goalkeeper today. He'll be turning 22. He is 22 today, and that's Matthew Santafanti, the reserve goalkeeper.
Okay, let's look at the Adelaide City lineup. Pete, you might want to make your way over to the tunnel, I think, because the players will be coming out very shortly. Adelaide City in goals, we've got Dakota Oxenham. The captain is Matty Halliday. Wearing the number 5 tonight, Nicholas Robinson. Number 7, Daniel Bressan. Number 14, Aladdin Irabona. Number 15, Darcy Dorber. Number 20, Charlie Devro. 22 is Juan Gutierrez. Number 24 is Katsuyoshomi. No, what is it? It's Katsuyoshomi. Rob, you're good at these names.
Katsuyoshi.
Kimishima. That's a bit of a tongue twister. I'm not going to like that during the game. Number 44.
Kimishima, that's what you're going to say.
Kimishima during the game, yeah. Sorry, Katsu. Henry Fissel is number 44. 56 is Alex Battistella. On the bench for Adelaide City is number 6, Bradley Corbo. Number 3, Kostas Stiliadis. Number 10, Nicholas Book. Well, there's a surprise. Number 66, Luca Fabrizio. And the reserve goalkeeper of Adelaide City is Cosmo Groff.
Yeah, he's been in good form too, Booker. Corbo as well, in the starting lineup on Saturday. But Pezos opting him to start on the bench. Why would super subs?
Concentrating on the league, obviously.
Possibly. We don't know. He's got a lot of injuries in that squad as well. Looking at the officials for tonight's game, it's referee Regis Quefalek. His assistant referee is Nick Allergen, and the other assistant, Jaden Miniman.
So here at the home of the Red Devils, Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it's the Australia Cup 2023 SA quarterfinals. We're live through Campbelltown City TV. Good to have your company. It's in the inaugural game, Rob, here on Campbelltown City TV. Here at home, Les, 26 times Adelaide City have played Campbelltown. Campbelltown have only won 7, 3 draws, and Adelaide City hold a nice 16 plus there. But I don't think it's going to be like that tonight, Les.
Oh, look, like I said, this game's going to be a contest. It's going to be, I think it's going to be important who scores first. Of the Adelaide City from the past, if you went down early to them, they were very hard to break down. They were compact. They were very solid at the back. So yeah, the start is going to be everything. Obviously, there's a lot on the line. There's a spot in the semi-final. I don't think either team will want to go down early. So yeah, fingers crossed Campbelltown can get a really good start, and that'll hopefully help us for the match.
What do you make of Nicholas Book on the bench?
Oh, look, obviously he might have played on the weekend. He's not a spring chicken anymore, Nick. Great player, great guy. I know him really well. He's a threat. He's one of those that probably he might bring on when the defence is probably a little bit sort of tired and with less energy, so he can sort of cause a bit of havoc. So look, his quality. You can't read into it too much. There'll be a reason behind it, and he'll make his impact, or he'll try to make his impact one way or another, knowing Nick.
Okay, on the table, Adelaide City, 10 goals behind Campbelltown. They've scored 28. Campbelltown conceded 11. Adelaide City 18 and 17. Do you think it's the firepower that's going to win it for Campbelltown tonight, and the lacking of firepower for Adelaide City, Les?
Most definitely Campbelltown as an attacking force, on paper, are the stronger of the two teams. It's whether they can fire tonight. If they can fire from the get-go and take some early chances and get a bit of a lead, I think it'll make things a bit more comfortable. But in football, you never know. You need a bit of luck. You need some good refereeing decisions to go your way. There's a lot of factors that you can't control, and you need to go your way to win games of football. So fingers crossed, if these boys can get a good run from the start and maybe tuck a few chances away early, I'm pretty confident we can get the job done.
You talk about factors in the game. The win's got to be one. We can hear it in our effects. Mike, how is it aiding anyone there, or is it just swirling?
I don't think it's as bad as where you were up in the trees. Down here on the ground, it's actually just slightly less of a gust. Where you are up in the commentating box, it's blowing a bit harder. So, yeah, it's not that bad, but it will play a bit of a impact, especially the team going towards the north. They'll have the wind in the background with them, so yeah.
I'm sure there's someone in the tree blowing at us. So.
Someone's got the fans on up there, Robbie.
Something like that. It's unbelievable.
Well, at least the rain has stayed away. It's pretty cold here in Adelaide. If you've joined us live through YouTube, it's the Campbelltown City TV YouTube channel. It's the inaugural game tonight here that you guys are witnessing, and Campbelltown with a beautiful initiative. I suppose like Man U TV, like all the English Premier Leagues and Serie A clubs, Les, it's a great initiative, and credit to Eastern United. I think they were actually the first, to be fair. Les is gone.
Sorry. Yeah, no, it is a fantastic initiative. Sorry, I'm being harassed by a few of the boys here. It is a great initiative. Look, I think Campbelltown as a club, we want to not just promote. Obviously, we want the senior teams to do well, but we want to show the juniors, what the senior team does, what the quality that this club has all the way through, and this is a good way to expose the supporters, the sponsors, the juniors to what goes on a match day and the quality that this club has, and hopefully, if we can get through into the Australia Cup, we can promote Campbelltown on a national level. That's really the goal, I would imagine. And
I think last time that happened financially for a club, it's an absolute boom game because it was packed house. Cafeterias turnover, the bars turnover. It's just a financial windfall for that one game of the year.
Well, that game against Man City, I've never seen so many people packed into this ground. It was an amazing game. I was fortunate enough to be involved with that coaching staff and to be on the ground and to see, just bodies around this club, no cars, just full of people. I think the crowd was 2,000 and above.
Wow!
It was stunning to see that. So hopefully we can get past this round, get into the semis, and obviously you got to concentrate one game at a time, but this can be a step towards hopefully getting a ticket in that Australia Cup and hopefully getting an A-League club at home. That would be amazing. But yeah, one step at a time. Let's get through this game first, and then hopefully we can continue on with the job.
It's good that they got some funding also from the council, Paul and Les, and the change rooms were magnificent. Brand new change rooms they've developed there, so Donnelly and Bruno. Italo and the crew have done a great job down here.
It's looking at those changing rooms. It just, again, it lifts the level of professionalism at the club, and that's what you want. So the club's heading in the right direction.
Okay, we're just about in readiness for the kickoff. Sorry, Les, it's Campbelltown in the all red that'll be kicking the goal to left of screen, and Adelaide City in their traditional black and white going to right of screen. Les, you're saying there's no wind advantage down there to either side, so we'll take your word for that.
A slight little breeze, but not enough to make a huge impact.
And we're underway here in the Australia Cup 2023 South Australia quarterfinals. Campbelltown hosting Adelaide City, and I'd say Campbelltown, in my view, would be favourite. Not because it's Campbelltown City TV, but Campbelltown, the form. It's a different Adelaide City this season. I'm tipping Campbelltown for a victory in 90 minutes, Les. as unbiased as you could possibly be?
Yeah, I'll tip Campbelltown as well.
Okay, Rob. That's all right, Les. Yeah.
If I didn't think
Some things don't
Campbelltown would
change.
win, there's something wrong. I've got red blood running through my veins, and I'm a Red Devil, so yeah, I'm thinking Campbelltown should get it done in 90 minutes.
So Campbelltown City with the ball, right-hand side of the park. Daniel Mullen goes back to Marisic. Here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Goes back to Mullen. Looking for some movement. Baresi was there. Adelaide City trying to get to the ball. Halliday was there. Back to Marisic. They switch play, right-hand side of the park. Not sure who was lurking there, but Alex Mullen, the captain's got it. All right was there. Adelaide City on the far side, Fizzle. Ends up with up there in Latenzio. And over the sideline for a throw into Adelaide City.
Dorber to take the throw in on the far side. In their defensive half, going back to his captain, Halliday. He goes all the way back to his captain, Oxenham. A very cool come and collector goes back to Halliday. They'll work their way out through Devereaux. Devereaux goes back to his captain, Halliday. He looks up to the middle of the park. Still the ball. Now being taken off. But Azzy with a good touch. Still, Campbelltown trying to push through. Nice little steal in the end there by Kimishima. But it's been turned over. All right, has the ball, goes to Halliday. Halliday further wide. Yoshikawa, and they're saying to keep an eye on him, Les, but that pass into the box, maybe not his finest moment.
Look, it was a good spell of possession. Obviously, Adelaide City are not going to give too much away, so they're stifling that space for Campbelltown, but at least we've started in the Adelaide City half.
Bresson went to Matt Halliday for Adelaide City. Had to go further left. Lurking up there, I reckon it was Fizzle.
Dorber.
It's Dorber, Darcy Dorber. That was Kimishima on that far side. Campbelltown go into attack, looking for Latenzio on that far side, and it's over the sideline for a throw-in. Campbelltown City with the ball. It's James Boffa. Mullen gets it to Jordan Marosic for Campbelltown. They go inboard, Bradesi got good skills, finds Halliday. Yoshikawa. Back to Bradesi it goes, caught by the corner flag. Tunneled the player there, I reckon, and they're cleared in the end. There, is that Gutierrez. And out for a throw into the Campbelltown Red Devils.
Interesting to see Mark Marino fairly quiet on the score sheet in the league, Les. Surprised by that? They've shared the goals around it. The top four have got 4 each.
Oh, Marky's a quality player.
Absolutely.
The problem with Markey, he only scores spectacular goals.
True.
He only scores bombs, and sometimes it's the simple finishes that let him down. But look, he's been there to take those, or obviously to have those opportunities. He's always in the right spot. It's just unfortunate this year he hasn't been able to put some of the chances that you put your house on him to put away.
Daniel Mullen now for Campbelltown in the middle of the park in the all red, attacking the goal to the left. Watching this game live through Campbelltown City TV. Marisic now goes down, finds Marino, harassed by 2. Adelaide City do win out in numbers. Oh, almost a nice little through ball. Didn't come off, unfortunately, there for Battistella. And Mullen will do the tidying up, although he's gone straight into Fissel there. But James Boffa, apologies. Boffa now with a throw-in, finds Daniel Mullen, comes across Marisic. Waltzes over the halfway line, but backtracks. Alex Mullen has come back to help his defenders. Rob had a good chat with him midweek, and he's in the right place at the right time to score goals, isn't he?
Certainly is. As they go into attack, Campbelltown, the back lines, Irabona's there. Trying to get to it. It's Halliday, steps on it. Still Halliday with it to Baresi. They do go to play there in Yoshikawa.
Didn't keep it in according to the assistant.
So throw in to Adelaide City. Right hand side of the park.
That wind is picking up now.
Adelaide City with the throw. They were looking for the play there, Baristella. All the way back to keeper, Woodlands. Campbelltown City with the ball, right-hand side. James Boffer.
She's not a tall forward line by
Back
any
to his
stretch of the
keeper.
imagination.
Goes to Marisic. Trying to find the eye of the needle in the way though to Idabona. Marisic again with it. Finds Yoshikawa. Looking for Marino up front, but it's Adelaide City just pushing it around. Robinson goes to his keeper at Oxenham, living dangerously. Do clear it in the end. They're against the breeze. All right, got a nice header, finding Alex Mullen, the captain. Gets it out to Daniel Mullen. Boffer, Mullen. Just pushing it around with each other. Looking for an opening. Boffer all the way back to his keeper. Outside his own box, there is Woodlands.
Hey, just over 6 minutes, still no goals to report here in the Australia Cup 2023 South Australian quarterfinals. Live from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre tonight on Campbelltown City TV. Buffer with a good turn, goes back to Mullen, finds Marisic. Majority of the game played in the Campbelltown attacking half. Halliday, although that was an errant touch. They've turned it over. Here's a chance for Adelaide City now. Have they got any speed? Devereaux goes backwards to Halliday. So they'll build from the back. Robinson goes wide. It's his teammate Gutierrez under pressure. Robinson and back to Halliday. Back to here's to you, Mrs. Robinson, or Mr. Robinson as the song goes. The song was Mrs. Robinson, of course. For those of you that remember. Robinson now.
I'm not that old.
If you wish. There's a nice through ball now. Giving chase and getting there, Gutierrez. Good touch. Battistella couldn't though. And having to come across was Boffer to do the tidying up for Campbelltown. And this will be the first corner of the night.
Yep.
This will be interesting. I was talking about the height, boys. Adelaide City not the tallest team at the moment. But Matty Halliday goes up, so does Fissel, so does Robinson. To give a bit of height.
So Charlie Devereaux will take this corner kick.
You can see the flag there, the corner flag, getting pushed back. So that wind probably going across the ground, Les.
It's coming from the southwest, sort of across the pitch, but from south to north.
Left foot in, swinger, deep header, and just wide of the upright.
Could have been Darcy Dormer, was it, with the header?
We'll have a look on the replay. Switching on the replay. Number 15, you're right, Rob. Darcy Dorber with the first goal attempt for Adelaide City.
So to be quickly taking kick. Campbelltown with the ball. They do switch play. Goes to Yoshikawa. One way, then the other's got a couple of players around him. Goes back to Halliday. Inboard he goes. Slightly backwards to Marisic. Mullen. It's Daniel Mullen. Looking to go right. Latenzio. If that's him on that right side. And that's easily goes over the goal line for a goal kick. We're taken here by the Adelaide City keeper, Dakota Oxenham.
Fair to say, Les, the only goal attempt has come from Adelaide City so far.
Yeah, the picture's starting to become pretty clear. Whenever Campbelltown have the ball, Adelaide City are dropping into a really low block in a 4-4-2. The ball goes into wide areas, they're doubling up. You can hear Paul Pezos, instructing his players to double up, to really put Campbelltown City players under pressure so they can't play forward. So yeah, that corner was against the runner play, and that chance was against the runner play. Campbelltown City are going to have to be patient tonight. You can tell already. Adelaide City are going to frustrate. So
might just try and catch him on the break, but that might be the ploy against this fairly strong wind, which is picking up. Here's that chance for that break, and they've got runners and they've got speed. Adelaide City through on goal now. Chance of Battistella. Angle against him. Comes inside. Centres it. Irabona couldn't control it. And Campbelltown come away from the danger through Boffer.
That was a perfect example of the kind of game it's going to be tonight, I think.
The counter-attacking game from Adelaide
The ball's
City.
all the way back to the opposing keeper, Oxenham. Throws it out to Halliday. Captain Halliday. looking for Robinson. Controls, looks up, goes back to Halliday. All right, Adelaide City at the moment. Just pushing it around. Robinson over the halfway line he goes. Right side of the park. Goes into attack. Looking for Battistella. Trying to get to it is Fizzle. Looking for Gutierrez. Still Adelaide City. Fizzle ends up with Battistella trying to get to it. Mullen clears it. Clears it over the line, over the sideline that is. Throw into Adelaide City.
Good experience there, Daniel Mullen. There's the break on replay. Battistella through on goal. Probably just took it a little bit wide. Had to come back inboard. Itabono was there, but he couldn't control it, and in the end, it fizzled. And now in the box with Battistella. Fancy feet. Standing strong is Marisic. Finds Yoshikawa. Played it up the line, and that's gone out of play for a throw-in to Adelaide City. So Adelaide City warming a bit more to it now, Les, and coming more into the game.
Yeah, well, finally got some possession higher up the pitch rather than sitting deep. And like I said, once they get in that half,
Kimishima there was the play dispossessed. That's gone out of play.
You can never discount them.
So throw in, right in front of our commentary position. Gutierrez goes back to Robinson. Inboard. Matt Halliday goes short. Devereaux goes into attack. Campbelltown in defence. They do clear it. Trying to keep it in play there. Gutierrez. And it's over their sideline for a throw-in under the pump at the moment. Campbelltown Red Devils. Still 0-0 here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Home ground of the Campbelltown Red Devils. They go short. Daniel Mullen. Marisic. Goes short to Halliday. Just like to keep possession at the moment. Campbelltown City, they do switch play on Tenzio.
Oh, good control.
Good control. Chance for Campbelltown. Cross it back, but a shot in the end. Badesi.
I was always against that. If you watch the replay here, boys, that was a very...
Was that a shot by Letenzio, or was that a cross?
No, it was a cross. It was a cross. There were a couple of red shirts ready to meet it, but probably a little bit too long for him and evaded all in the end. Badesi did good just to get a boot on that. But that was a beautiful switch of play and great control by Laurie Latenzio. But came to zilch. Will go down as a goal attempt though. Referee Robinson now finds Halliday. Is it a matter of play out at all costs? It looks that way at the moment for Adelaide City. Maybe that is the way to go against this breeze. Halliday gets his head on it. Mullen comes to meet it. Mullen looking for support. Almost had the ball robbed off him. Halliday goes short. Yoshikawa now inboard. Oh, good steal by Irabona. Adelaide City turn it over cheaply to Allright. Allright looking to switch the play to Laurie Latenzio. Laurie Latenzio through ball to Allright. To Boffer. Laurie Latenzio again. Back to Mullen. They start again from the halfway line.
So Campbelltown City still with the ball. Looking for an opening. Controlling it. Halliday.
Come on.
Yoshikawa cuts it back. Chance for the Red Devils, but it's come unstuck. LA City, it's actually ended up back with Yoshikawa. Halliday. Goes all the way back. They do use the back a lot. There's the Red Devils just pushing it around. Daniel Mullen. Back to Marisic. Chilly night here. Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Campbelltown just pushing it around Mullen. Alex Mullen couldn't quite get there. Bressan wins it. Devereaux goes to Halliday to Robinson. Robinson gets it into attack. Nice looking ball too.
Ooh.
It's got it covered its fizzle.
It almost held up a little bit.
Trying
there.
to get it off
That's
the
the
hands.
advantage of playing against the wind. That ball hold up for those strikers. It's
think
a
it
hard
did.
one for the keeper there.
Did very well. Did Woodlands in the end. Mullen now for Campbelltown. Still no goals to report in this Australia Cup South Australia quarter final 2023. 0-0. Campbelltown second on the table in the league. Adelaide City sixth, an unfamiliar sixth of recent years, that's for sure, for Adelaide City. Mullen goes down the line. Asked a fair bit there of Laurie Latanzio. It's turned over, but won back by All Right, and Boffa will start the rebuild.
So Boffa goes short. All right. Most experienced player on the field, 35-year-old Joe Allright. He's been around a long time. It goes out, left side of the park. Yoshikawa at the cross there, but it's cleared here by Adelaide City defence, only as far as Marino, but loses out.
Bassan, good work.
Irabona normally plays up front. Irabona playing in the back lines. Won well there by Marisic. Got it to his partner there, Mullen, Daniel Mullen. Boffa short. He goes back to Mullen. Slight pushing it around at defence. Marino meets the ball. Goes back to Marisic. Mark Marino. Switches play. Latenzio.
Laurie Latanzio.
Yep. He's got the ball. Goes short to All Right. Mullen's there's a
Offside
flag up
flag
there
up,
on the
yeah.
far side. And offside against Alex Mullen. Free kick to Adelaide City.
Just watching that on replay. Obviously can't tell from that angle, but Adelaide City defence fairly confident that was going to be offside. Just over 17 minutes gone here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It's the Australia Cup 2023 South Australian quarter final. Campbelltown City 0, Adelaide City 0. You would imagine, well, Campbelltown did go into this game at $1.70 in favourite. Adelaide City $3.25. But Adelaide City holding their own at the moment. As now has a chance for Irabona, Rob. You reckon he normally plays up front? That's where he's moved at the moment. Takes on one, takes on two. Fancy feet, he's in the box. Still Irabona, couldn't get the cutback like he wanted. Battistella was lurking.
Could have tried a crack from there too.
I thought he could have too. Devereaux couldn't control that, and that's out of play.
So throw in quickly taken here by Campbelltown. Pushing it around. They've had the best chances, Les, I think, Adelaide City.
Oh, Ladden's a very, very clever player. Very quick, great feet, so have to keep an eye on him. He's drifting inside from the wing. And
pushing up front.
Yeah, and then pushing high, so he's a threat.
Campbelltown was still with the ball. Mullen, right side of the park. Latanzio. Moffat made a run. Then decides to go to Alex Mullen. Goes short to Marisic. Marisic finding Yoshikawa. Mark Marino. Trying to play the 1-2 back to Yoshikawa.
I think Halliday wanted a free kick there, but
It's gone over the sideline for a throw into Adelaide City.
so Adelaide City deep in their defensive half against a fair breeze. I think it's sort of picking up as the night goes on. Where the weather forecast was it was going to supposedly ease as the night went on. Irabona was a target, didn't reach him. All right, turns it over quickly. Here's a chance now. Kimishima goes wide. Battistella. Battistella's taken down, and the referee sees it that way. It'll be a foul against Campbelltown. Now, Les, here we go, just watching on replay. Yeah, trailing leg there. Les, is this the first foul of the night?
It is, yeah.
I think it is.
Which is what you what you want. You don't want to notice the referee. You want to watch the football. You want to see as much football as possible. Want the game to flow. So
He's an experienced referee, Regis.
Yeah, but both these two teams playing a very nice brand of football without sort of being too untidy. That's the first foul of the night.
So it'll be Devereaux to take this free kick. He's going to, with this breeze, can go for it from here. Decides to go swing it around. Headed up in the air though, hasn't been cleared. Adelaide City with a chance. Bressan tries a shot and amongst the legs there.
Now Boffa, I reckon that
Red
was
Devils
on goal.
player.
Watch this. This is goal bound, Rob. Boffa had to get a leg out there, otherwise this was in the back of the net for Adelaide City. Bressan with a chance now on the replay. Gee, through a sea of legs. Possibly, yeah. The angle
Might have gone wide.
Well, maybe. It's hard to tell from this angle, but first impression, I thought it was going to go in the back of the net.
So Kimishima with the corner kick on the far side for Adelaide City. Been quite good in this first half. They swing it around. Chance for Robinson and
Goal kick.
it's come off Robinson for a goal kick.
Just watching the replay, Kimishima, that's a nice in-swinger. Bit untidy in the box. And unfortunately, Robinson couldn't do too much with it. So Campbelltown worked their way out through the back. Marisic. Halliday could be in the next in line, but that's ignored. Goes back to Woodlands, his keeper. Woodlands short to Daniel Mullen. Marisic. Goes the long switch again. Bit of a low percentage ball, Les, that one.
I was looking for the diagonal, obviously, before they get set in their block, trying to hit Louis out wide, but it's a tough ball to hit every time perfectly.
So Marisic will get another bite at the cherry. This time he goes down the middle, but Ezzy. Interesting first touch. He'll get another bite at the cherry. Goes wide. Yoshikawa. Overlapping run by Halliday ignored. Yoshikawa wants to do it himself. Gets the chip into the box. Mullen is lurking. Comes down to Laurie Latanzio. Laurie Latanzio likely on the left. Wants to get back on the right. She just lost his footing at the crucial moment. Boffa plays it down the line again, but that's too heavy and Halliday sees it over for a goal kick. Better movement, but unfortunately coming to nothing for Campbelltown. Credit to the crowd that's come out tonight in, well, let's say cool conditions here in Adelaide. Where had it been played last night, we had nice balmy conditions last night. Temperatures dropped severely. And that's gone out of play for a throw into Adelaide City on the far side. Darcy Dorber to take it. City 10 goals shy of Campbelltown in the league. Campbelltown have scored 28, Adelaide City 18. Don't know if that's going to count for much tonight though. As Halliday goes to the far side. Scrappy over there. Hip and shoulder. Kimishima covering a lot of ground. Adelaide City can't come out of the danger zone. Now Boffa goes back to Marisic. He goes short, all right, back to Boffa. Goes wide to Mullen. He might put it to the hot spot, no. Patient in the build-up. And Marisic again.
So Campbelltown just pushing around at the moment, still 0-0 here.
This is the danger.
Steve Woodcock, Sports Centre, Aladdin Ida Bona with the ball. Certainly a classy player, goes short to Fizzle. Back it goes to Guterres, that was Pelestella before. As it goes to Bressan, to his captain, Halliday. Looking for a play there. Back Adelaide City go to Robinson. Back to Halliday. So Adelaide City looking for an opening. Just pushing it around quite neatly. Waiting for the opposition to come. Devereaux went short. Kimishima. Left side looking for, I reckon, Darcy Dorber. That's gone over the goal line for a goal kick. His brother must be injured as well, Matty Dorber. Certainly a good player. I think he got a goal in the cup in last year's round of 32, I reckon, if I remember rightly. Matty Dorber. As it goes, Campbelltown pushing it around. Looking for Baresi.
I come on.
Oh,
Lost it, but Izzy's got it. One way, then the other. But Izzy goes down. No penalty.
that's an
Referee
interesting
right on the
call.
spot there.
Yeah, he couldn't be better placed.
Right on the spot. Wave play on. Not arguing though. The
We'll watch that on
Campbelltown
replay later.
City, as Adelaide City have got the ball through Darcy.
Fissel.
Is that Fissel?
Yep.
Oh, and that's gone over the sideline for a.
Okay, so let's have a look at this
Throw
on replay. The
No,
replay
that's a
on
penalty
screen.
every day of the week. I'm
Well,
sorry, gentlemen.
first impression it was, but as he got through from behind, did he get any of the ball? No. Did he get the play? Yes. That's a penalty.
That's a stone cold penalty.
That's a penalty.
There's no
Oh, it was-
VAR here. Well, he's talking to the
It's stone cold penalty.
referee's assistant.
Well, can the assistant override that? That's not VAR.
Possibly.
That's interesting. Michael Matriciani is asking the question on this side of the ground. Jaden Betterman in discussion with his. Oh, it's going to be a penalty, I think.
It's
It
given
is!
and he had to.
So,
he had to.
So how does that work? That's not a VAR. We've got the benefit of a replay up here, and credit to
And
the
that's a yellow
assistant.
You know what?
card
Credit
too.
to the referee. You take your hats off to him. That
Absolutely.
is asked his linesman. They never do. And you ask the linesman, previous experience, I didn't see it, but you know
Oh,
what?
yeah,
That's brilliant.
I mean, that's great by Jaden Betterman, the assistant referee. But the referee, Queffelec, right there, you couldn't get closer if he tried. And any day of the week, that's a penalty.
Why couldn't the referee assistant talk to him?
Well, maybe he did. That's why he called him over.
No, he called him over, but couldn't he say it on the walkie-talkie?
I don't know whether I've seen that before, Les. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that we're used to watching
The
things
VAR.
go to VAR, but then for an assistant to overrule
Do you know
a
what?
referee,
That's credit to the referee to empower the linesman and say, what do
Yeah,
you think?
I agree with
You know,
that.
from your angle, what did you think? And he might have said, look, I think it's a penalty, and he changed his mind.
Wow, I have not. Have you seen that, Rob? You've been
No,
around
I
longer
haven't.
than
I've
me.
been around a long time, but maybe with a
Credit
walkie-talkie,
that.
as I said, they could say, listen, mate, I think that's a penalty. Then he could have overruled
But
it like that.
okay, I'm just going to state the obvious here. Regis Queffelec was 2 yards away. Jaden was a lot further away.
You saw the angle.
Jaden
though.
got the right call.
right angle.
Yeah, but he was.
I know. Well,
He could have pat him on the back. He was that close.
I agree.
How
Should-
could you not see he dived and lunged at that? Can we see that again, Bomber? Maybe while the player's getting some treatment. But Deborah actually lunged into this tackle. Watch this on replay. So, but as he gets through, mistake by Halliday. That's very unusual. Number one, evaded the first defender. Now watch Deborah. He just dived in. He dived
Do you
in
know what?
right in
If
front
that-
of.
If that's outside the box, that's a possible red, you would think, because I
Yeah,
think he's
true.
got a yellow
True.
because it's a penalty.
He did get a yellow card in the end.
Great
but
vision by the boys upstairs. Sorry,
Devereaux.
Les. He did get a yellow, did he?
Yep.
Yeah, he got a yellow. He got a yellow straight away. Once
Well,
he gave the penalty.
Those of you watching at home, and when you go home, Les, you'll be able to watch this on replay.
He was injured last year too.
You know, this is a
Rodesi.
worry.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a bit well, let's convert this penalty, but it'll be bittersweet if Josh is injured because he's a really important player for the team.
Absolutely. I think the most outstanding thing for me, gentlemen, just for me, was the proximity of the referee, and he didn't give it. And I think we saw it from up here.
And to his credit, as Les said,
He listened to Jaden.
he overturned it. So
The assistant had to
the
pick it
right,
up.
in the end, the right decision was made.
I know, but the assistant from 30 metres away.
Well, they could have come here and actually checked it on the video.
No, now you're
Tell
being
you the
silly.
truth.
Now you're being silly.
Fingers crossed this is not too serious, but he's looking he's in a lot of pain. Joshy.
Oh, you're down there, Les. You could probably
Rosie,
get
yeah,
first
no,
hand.
he's not comfortable.
So,
Who would go in, Matsumoto or Puccineri?
Yohei is warming up, ready to go on. So
They
yeah,
haven't substituted yet.
So
Yeah.
Badesi obviously coming off. His teammates going just to give him some encouragement. Not a good sign for if you're a Campbelltown City supporter, of course.
this is a shame.
I think he's in a bit of pain. He's,
Wow, they've stopped. So obviously something was not right for. Oh yeah, he's hiding his face. He looks in some form of
they're normally
distress.
not allowed to move the player from there. But that's
Gee, he's in distress. Have a look at his
This is
face.
a shame for Josh. He's a great lad.
Yeah.
He's worked hard to get fit this season.
So here's a penalty, boys, or the sub. What's going on first? Down to the subs bench.
Yohei coming on.
Matsumoto. So Yohei Matsumoto coming on for the injured Josh Badesi. And Alex Mullen to take the penalty, Rob. Again, he said he was in the goals during the week. I'm sure he's not going to do a Patrick Bamford. I think he'll score this, Alex Mullen. A lot more reliable. Queffelec just checking the spot, checking the ball. Checking he runs back on the line, no encroachment. Alex Mullen now. Versus Oxenham, and it's Oxenham! Mullen on the overhead, couldn't get that either. Wow.
Wow.
What
Do you know
drama.
That delay, he waited, the referee was delaying him, he was there a long time, I was worried about that.
Oh, but it was a great save. Let's take nothing away from Oxenham with the save. We'll watch it on replay. But then how's the overhead kick by Alex Mullen on the rebound? Watch this. This has been a great first half. Alex Mullen, cool, calm and collected. Oxenham making himself big. Went the right way. He will come up and take it eventually, I hope. It's a long replay here. Here it comes. Oh, yeah, too close to the keeper. But watch the overhead
soft.
kick. The overhead kick, boom, and that hit the post. That should have gone in. Oh, that's bad luck.
Lucky. Anyhow, it's still 0-0 after all that drama. I think it was about a 6-minute delay as the ball is with Lantenzio trying to find Mark Marino. Matsumoto's there.
Oof.
But Irabono wins it. He goes into attack. Getting his head to it is Adelaide City.
Fissy, I think.
Into it towards Campbelltown. Matsumoto wins it. Looks for support. Went straight to an Adelaide. He wins it again though, but
What
the
was that?
referee, Queffelec,
Can we see a replay of that? What was that free kick for anyway?
sees an infringement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
holding the
grabbed.
player, yeah. Gutierrez held. Well, Les, you're right. First he's got to convert it.
Yeah.
So Robinson gets the kick, looking for Baristella. Boffa wins it for Campbelltown, right side of the park. Lots of drama in this first half. Goes back to Mullen. First no penalty, then a penalty after consult with the referee's assistant. 5 minutes later, penalty taken, saved by the keeper.
Overhead kick, hit the woodwork.
Hit the woodwork. So Adelaide City with the throw in. Down the line they go. Searching for Battistella. Going down for Adelaide City was Kimishima. They're still going to attack. Looking for Fizzle. Boffa wins it though. Might go back to the keeper. Does so. Keeper might have to get rid of it straight away. Does so to Boffa. On the right side, Lantenzio.
Good feet.
Goes further right to Mullen. Mullen with a long searching ball. It's a hard one for Matsumoto to control. Can't control it. Over the sideline it goes for a throw in to Adelaide City. Here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it is 0-0. Adelaide City up against Campbelltown. Australia Cup quarter-final, SA leg.
Gee, things are falling from above. It's come from the camera, boys.
Gee. I've got a free cup.
It's pretty windy down here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Now it's Campbelltown on the charge. Marino in the box, gets the cut back. Who's there to meet it? Mullen! Oh, it's in!
What a goal.
Alex Mullen making
Right
amends.
behind it, right in the top
You can
bins.
see he was going to make amends, couldn't he?
Yeah, that
So-
was coming.
Great goal to Alex Mullen. You'll see the replay in a minute. And Campbelltown take the lead. 1-0 against Adelaide City as you see the replay.
Great work by Marino to
He
get the
caressed
cut
it,
back.
didn't he? He caressed it in.
Look, with Josh going off,
Great shot.
Marky's gone
right-hand
up
side.
high as a 9, and it's added a little different dimension now, a bit of speed up high, and
Robbie,
he created the goal.
sorry, Les. Watch Dorber's clearance here. Could he have done better with that? He's just toe poked it to Mullen, who said, "Thank you very much."
Just placed it, caressed it.
Yeah, but that clearance by Dorber, maybe a little bit off balance in fairness to Darcy Dorber. Just laid it out to Mullen, and Alex, well, the rest is
He
history.
was always going to score, wasn't he, after he missed that penalty?
Well, it's 1-0 in favour of Campbelltown City in the
35th.
35th minute. this Australia Cup South Australian quarter final. Adelaide City admittedly against the strong breeze. They're making hard work of getting rid of it out of their defence. Halliday back to Oxenham. Now he clears to the far side, only as far as Boffa for Campbelltown. He'll go back to Mullen. The Daniel type finds Marisic. It's back to Mullen. Mullen back to Marisic. 35 and a bit gone in this first half. Halliday takes on Iraborna. Down the line he goes. Matsumoto couldn't control it. That gives away the throw-in.
So throw into Adelaide City.
Gutierrez.
Gets it down the line. In the way, Halliday. Tussling there with Battistella. So it'll be a throw in. Gutierrez. Looking for some movement. Goes in. Boy, it's a clever ball actually to Devereaux. Looking for Alex Battistella. Left side of the park.
Fissel.
Goes back Bressan. Lurking was Kimishima. Decides to go to Gutierrez. Just tapped it too long. Ends up with Gutierrez again. Devereaux. Left side. Fizzle.
Dorber.
Darcy Dorber. Back to Devereaux. Dorber again. Trying to go short. It's come unstuck. Latenzio looking for Marino. Adelaide City win it. Stella.
Not a good ball.
Trying to go back to Devereaux.
But the pressure's good from Campbelltown. Whenever Adelaide City have that possession sort of in danger areas, Campbelltown are coming out and pressing them. So it's been a notable difference from past Campbelltown games I've watched. They're really pressing high.
So Campbelltown, Marisic. Ishikawa goes back to Mullen. Mullen back to Marisic. Does get away with it, Marino. Directing traffic, Marino goes himself. Goes wide. Matsumoto now. Overlapping run by Halliday, ignored. Matsumoto comes inboard. Whoa, chipped it through. Yoshikawa not on the same wavelength on that occasion.
Not speaking the same language.
Touche, Mr. Pepper. Oxenham now.
Both compatriots.
Sure of that?
I don't know.
Of course not. Of course. Halliday. I reckon Big Les might be able to tell us that. Compatriots? Got him.
Got it.
That's all right, Les.
Well, similar names.
So, all right. Long clearance. Asking too much of Marino gives him a look. So what was that? Oxenham. That breeze must be picking up, Les, down there, surely. Ball's holding up a lot more for Adelaide City.
So Adelaide City with the ball goes to Iraborna. They go into attack. No one there. Only Matsumoto. He had plenty of time. Campbelltown still with the ball. Good tussle there between Devereaux and Mullen. Winning it is Adelaide City.
Dorber.
Goes to Dorber. Back to Kimishima. Gets it again from Devereaux. Darcy Dorber's got the chance to get the cross there. Too strong with that one. Can't keep that one in. And that's gone over the sideline for a throw into the Campbelltown Red Devils. Here, the home ground, Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Scoreline reading: Campbelltown 1, Adelaide City 0. Goals for Alex Mullen.
Very windy down here tonight. Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Legend of the game. Speaking of the black and whites, the great Ange Costanzo. Unbelievable. Adelaide City in possession. Bit scrappy down in front of Paul Pezos, the coach. Halliday, what's Big Costan's doing with himself these days?
Oh, he's got his son playing at Marconi, I think.
Marconi?
Yeah.
Sydney.
Having a great season.
That's my first junior club, Marconi.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Started my NSL career there.
Yeah.
So Oxenham for Adelaide City now.
Great
Ball.
famous club, isn't it?
Oh, when back in the day, it was
Back in
called
the
the
day.
Palace. It was a massive building in the middle of nowhere. Now it's surrounded by houses. But yeah, it's a club with a lot of soccer history, and hopefully they're one of the teams that get into the B League.
So Campbelltown still with the ball. Go all the way back to Woodlands. Go short. Mullen to Boffa. Latenzio. Looking for an opening. Pushing it quite nearly back to Latenzio. It goes. He goes on a run. He's got a bit of pace, Latenzio. Looks up.
Good balance too.
Decides to go backwards to his captain and Alex Mullen. Back to Latenzio.
It's come through the juniors, Les.
Not Campbelltown juniors, not that I know of.
Played with Adelaide United youth.
Oh, did
yeah.
Likely type.
But he's a great pickup.
Yeah.
Lots of energy, lots of pace.
Played in the Canadian League last year.
He did come to Campbelltown for a short spell before he went to that Canadian League, and obviously he saw enough before he went there that when that didn't work out, he was happy to come back.
Oh, he tried that through ball, that didn't work out. But now, chance on the far side for Fissel, but he's got no teammates near him.
I think Campbelltown are starting to get a bit of possession now and starting to dominate it.
It's with Marisic. Goes that long ball to Laura Tanzia again. Didn't get there. Dorber. But Mullen brings it down to feet. Alex Mullen inboard. All right, goes back to Daniel Mullen. To Marisic. He looks up. Not happy with what's on offer, so backtracks. Maybe they're just riding it out to half-time. Les, happy with this 1-0 lead with the wind, as Laurie Latanzio might have something to say about it. No, he backtracks as well.
3 minutes out from the half, you don't want to take any big risks.
A bit of extra time though, it'll be about 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, for the Baresi injury.
Yeah, you're right.
And the penalty. Took a while. As it goes out. Matsumoto. Marisic goes all the way back to his keeper in Woodlands. Halliday turns. All right.
Gee, Dylan.
Hasn't he been around for a long time?
I didn't think it looked out. Les, you're down there. Did that ball?
From my angle, hard to see. Obviously, I'm not looking along the line. You trust these officials to make the right call.
Well,
but
on the replay, that was the wrong call.
yeah.
Quite simple.
And Michael wasn't happy
And then
with
you
it.
wonder as coaches why you get frustrated.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Only human. As it goes Adelaide City,
Yeah, but
Halliday.
you've only got one job to do.
And that's
I'm sure
Joel
they've got
getting.
other jobs.
That's his frustration with that call. That's what that tackle was. I know him very well.
As I was saying, Joel Wright's been around for a long time, hasn't he?
Oh, he's a quality player, quality lad. He's probably the first player you'd pick on your team sheet because you know what you're going to get from him every
Had
week.
a chat with him the other day. He was telling me that he's been in 6 or 7 grand finals and he's only won 2, so he's missed out 4 or 5 times.
And he's won them with Campbelltown. That's the main thing.
Correct.
Good steal. Here they come now. Campbelltown. Marino does control it. Overlapping run. Halliday did well to keep it. Matsumoto now wide. Matsumoto for Campbelltown. One last attempt for maybe a 2-0 lead at halftime. Matsumoto gets the cut back. Mullen is there, but it's taken off his head. Still Latenzio, no, taken off his feet. And Halliday with the clearance.
So it goes out only as far as Daniel Mullen. Been a rock at the back, himself and Marisic in this first half. Mark Marino's got it. Back to Mullen it goes. Left side. Busy, Matsumoto since he's been on.
Yep. Oh.
Tried to get the ball back, fell over. Did well to get back to it though. Marisic up in the air it goes. Gutierrez was there. Bressan goes back. Robinson.
Oh,
Good
Not too
press.
sure there, but Devereaux, it's ended up over the sideline for a throw into Campbelltown City. Matsumoto just taking his time, so we've reached time on. I'm pretty sure there'll be about 5 minutes. And he gets a throw. Back to Matsumoto. Goes short, Marino. Dangerous when he's got it in front of the goals there, but it's been cleared. Away they go, Adelaide City, right side of the park, but Estella, it's 3 plays he has to beat.
almost
Mullen
did too.
did well to go back to Woodland, and he has to hurry his clearance.
Ball in the middle of the park. Halliday wasn't too sure it went, but Hassan was. Robinson with a touch in between Gutierrez and Irabona. Gutierrez now. Gee, awkward run. Awkward for Boffa. Woodlands did well in the end, and Mullen could come and collect it to Halliday. Almost fouled. Marisic switches the play, goes to the far side. Boffa leaves it for Laurie Latanzio. Latanzio now going one way then the other, goes back to Daniel Mullen. 46 and a half gone, a minute and a half of extra time being played. As Rob said, we'll probably get 5 at least for the injury to Baresi and the penalty. Took an eternity for poor old Alex Mullen. Well saved by Oxenham. Halliday now down the line. Too high for Marino. Wind a bit hard to judge down there, Les, obviously for the players.
Look, I feel like it's keeps swirling around a bit. It's coming from the southwest and the southeast, so yeah, it is causing a little bit of chaos, but not too bad.
So Robinson goes back to his keeper, Oxenham. Gee, out of his box. Wants better movement from his players. That's a hospital ball. Marino with a chance. Evades the goalkeeper. Centres it. Who's there to put it in? Oh, all right, does. Thank you very much. Joel,
offside,
all right.
offside.
Hey?
Flag is
The
up.
flag is up.
That can be a
Here we go for another
it's
consultation.
a cutback. Cannot be offside.
It's a fair call, Les. We'll
It's
see
a
the
cutback.
replay. Jaden's got one right. He might have got one wrong. It might have been touched. Can we have a look at the replay of that, Bomber? Because it might have been actually touched from the cutback, Les. It might have been touched.
Yeah, but then Joel Allwright, when he strikes it,
We
He
might have
wasn't interfering.
yeah.
Oh, is that what the call was?
Yeah.
Interference?
He wasn't interfering.
Yeah,
You reckon that's what
the
it
ball
was?
came off their
No,
player.
the offside flag's up.
How's he?
It's not. It wasn't interference, Rob. That's offside.
Yeah, but he didn't touch it.
It might be in the initial move when he won the ball off the keeper's pass.
Oh, where the free
Yeah.
kick's taken, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see the replay after, so lots of controversy in this game.
Well, just in the first 45 minutes. Just
Well, the
quietly.
goalkeeper's got away with that one, I must say.
Absolutely.
They all went to the middle to kick off, but the referees cancelled that one, so it's still 1-0.
The assistant's been prominent in this game, has he not, Jaden? Betterman? Good on you, Jaden. Another call of a foul on Mullen. Now we need to probably go a little bit further back, if we can go back to the cutback, because that's where the...
So way before.
Anyway, back to the live play for now. Adelaide City, can they maybe get an equaliser before half-time? Chance now. Dorber couldn't get there. What have they won? A corner. So from possibly 2-0 up Campbelltown, it could go to 1-1.
Now where's he go?
Alex has pulled up after that free kick he gave away.
He might be another forced substitution. He doesn't look too well, Alex Mullen, at the moment.
He's normally a tough nut, but
Takes
to
a lot
stay
to
on
do.
till half time, get a bit of treatment.
Oof. He might try and run it off. That's not going to really tell us too much. Although, having a look at Joel Allwright's reaction, it's almost like he sort of knew something was. Anyway, back to the live play from the corner. It's been headed away by the Campbelltown defence as far as Devereaux. And that's the half-time whistle. Yeah, that's 5 minutes. So, half-time here.
So Les will try and get someone for a bit of a chat as the boys go in. I think, Paul, you might have to go down as well.
Yeah, I know.
To one of the sponsors at Campbelltown, Chemist King, Hectorville. Les. Just going to have a quick chat with one of the players there for the Campbelltown Red Devils. Is he going to grab?
Don't know. He's going to have to be quick. And he is.
He is. So he's got Daniel Mullen. Over to you, Les.
Daniel, obviously a dramatic first half. We've got the lead. How do you feel you've gone as a team? Are you happy with the way we've controlled possession and pressed them high?
Yeah, definitely controlled possession. But I think, to be honest, we should be probably 2-3 goals up. Sorry, the season for us this year. But controlling possession. We've given away a few chances off, poor transition. But apart from that, pretty comfortable.
All right. Well, good luck. And do you think Alex will be all right for the second half? He looks a little bit daisy there with that knock to the leg.
Yeah, he'll be fine. You know, Alex, he'll be fine.
I know Alex, he'll be more than fine. Good luck. Thanks.
So thanks, Les. And he had a chat with Daniel Mullen. So going in at half-time here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it is the Red Devils 1 leading Adelaide City 0 here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It is the Australia Cup SA leg quarter-final here, and Les is still out there. Les, good half here by Campbelltown. Certainly deserved their lead, 1-0 at half-time.
Sorry, I think I'm in the way of the boys here trying to warm up the substitute players from Adelaide City.
Mate.
Sorry. Look, I think Daniel's spot on. I think Campbelltown being 1-0 up is a fair sort of scoreline at the moment. Obviously, if that chance wasn't offside, going in 2-0 would have been a more comfortable lead, but that's football. They've still got the lead. I think it's important that they've gone in the half leading the game, because it means they can be a bit more patient with their possession. They don't have to take risks playing those balls forward, because from the get-go, Adelaide City have come here to try and stifle Campbelltown's attacks and try and hit on the break. So this way they can be a little bit more patient, keep moving the ball, hopefully make Adelaide City a bit tired and make them chase and take their sting out of their counter-attacks.
All right, Les, we'll take a break with you. We'll take a bit of a break here. Bomber's going to play one of the sponsors' ads, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the Chemist King with Michael Uccello and Paul Pilazzari.
Okay, we're here with Mario Boffa, sponsor of the Campbelltown City Soccer Club. Euro Appliances is the business name. Tell us firstly, Mario, a little bit about your business and Euro Appliances.
Back about 22 years ago, I ventured into the appliance game, and so we import kitchen appliances from all over the world, and we've got distributors around Australia. So coming back to Campbelltown was a good opportunity to put back into the community, and a great club, great personnel, fantastic structure here, and I'm quite honoured to actually sort of sponsor them.
So do you have a showroom that we can see your appliances, Mario?
Yep, we're on 65 Glenburn Road, Glen, which is not very far here, and we've got a full array of products on display. We do kitchen appliances, we do outdoor kitchens, and so we're a wholesaler, we're a brand, so we sell to shops who sell on our behalf, like Harvey Normans of this world and all that. So welcome anybody coming for a coffee and show them our appliances.
And how's the industry going? It's all dependent really on the housing industry. Has that affected you much of late?
It's been quite steady. The housing industry is quite buoyant around Australia, and there's some great signs of going forward because there's been a glut of work and so forth. Retail is very, very challenging at the moment. Interest rates going up and so forth has an impact on that area. But we're travelling steadily, and simply because we play a bigger role in the domestic builder market.
And to your sporting side, there is a history here with you in Campbelltown, and what brought you to Campbelltown? I know you touched on it earlier, but reinvesting back into the community, you said, but why Campbelltown?
Well, first and foremost, my son's back here, and thanks to Michael Matriciani, he called him to come to Campbelltown, and it gave me an opportunity to return here. I had a great experience here at this club, and they've got a great setup with community, volunteers, the juniors, the collegiate league, and they've got a very good senior structure, and I'm actually quite happy to sponsor and support them. It is very much a passionate thing, and I love the game, I love the community structure, and I think clubs like Campbelltown, the Blue Eagles, the the Metro Stars of this world, they do need support from businesses in the local area.
And your highlight of when you were here?
Oh, look, there's many highlights here. I suppose two of them were winning the cup final at Highmarsh with Campbelltown as captain, and probably the trip that we went to Poland in 1988, which is the first club team in Australia to do that. That was an amazing experience. Probably cost us the championship here because we got our eye off the ball in the last 3 or 4 weeks, but was a great. And here, you know, it's local, it's close to my home. It's a strong club, and I was so honoured to be associated with it.
Mario Boffa from Euro Appliances, thanks for your time, mate.
Good. Hope we win tonight.
Welcome back to Campbelltown City TV, live through their YouTube channel, and it's the inaugural game here of the Australia Cup. I'm here with a major sponsor of the Campbelltown City Red Devils, Michael Cello from Chemist King. Welcome, Michael, firstly.
Hi, Paul.
Nice and warm for you out here.
Mate, look, it is a clear night, a bit of a windy, but it is actually a clear night. So no rain, not a little bit fresh, but a little bit of wind. But it's been a great night here so far.
Your quick thoughts on the game? 1-0 up. Could it have been more? Could it have been 1-1?
Yeah, I think City had their chances. I mean, obviously we had the injury and a missed penalty, but yeah, look, it's a very even game, I think, but there's a few missed opportunities there, especially from City's end.
Michael, it is sponsors night here at the Campbelltown City Red Devils. You guys had a function upstairs. Tell us firstly about your business, Chemist King, because I can say from when I was a kid going into the chemist now is completely different. I can almost get washing powder in a chemist. So how's it changed and what's it like? It's like a mini supermarket.
Yeah, look, there's different types of pharmacies, and I think everyone has their role in the community. Some pharmacies have expanded and become really good retailers. Other pharmacies are still small and very traditional. Ultimately, regardless of your size, I think all pharmacies provide that service and that health professional in our community. And there's a lot of services like vaccinations and looking after aged care that pharmacies do in the background that probably people don't see.
What's the majority of the business now for Chemist King? Is it still the pharmaceuticals, or is it more of, you know, lollies, washing powders and vitamins and things like that?
Yeah, look, those value adds are there, but the core of our business is still medications, prescriptions, definitely would make up the majority of our business. There is that retail area, absolutely, and we've morphed into that, but definitely our core, we're still a pharmacy, and our core business is still medicines.
And there's a lot of competition out there as well because, as you said, it's not just a pharmacy, it's almost like a mini supermarket. So how do you deal with that? A lot of advertising, because I do see a lot of advertising of Chemist King and your competitors.
Yeah, look, I think pharmacy is no different to any other business. You need customers, we've got staff, we've got overheads, and it's competitive. So, I mean, you've got to use some of your profits to advertise a market, get to your consumer, and we're not immune to any of the pressures like any other business that's out there.
Is it a 7-day-a-week, 9 to 5, or is it 9 to 9? What are the hours at a pharmacy now?
The stores, they do vary depending on the location and depends on the community needs. Some pharmacies are open till 7, some are open till 9, some close at 6. Really depends on the location of the store and also the needs of the community, how many doctors are open, etc., etc.
We're doing well to keep on our feet. Lucky our hair isn't getting messed up, is it?
No, that's right. Yeah, it's good.
Michael, you're the major sponsor here at Campbelltown City. Tell us how you got involved, because if I'm not mistaken, your son played at Adelaide City. So
yeah,
why the switcheroo? Or is that a touchy question?
No, look, we've been a junior sponsor here since my son was here as a junior, and I've still got my other son here playing here in the juniors. My son did play a few years at Adelaide City. And look, I think for us at Campbelltown, we've had such a really long relationship here at Campbelltown as a junior sponsor, now as the major sponsor, and we've got a partnership deal for the next few years. For us, Campbelltown is a real community club. It's got a very good following. And they've given a lot back to the community and to the sport of soccer. And we're really excited to be part of that culture. And I can see that with all the other sponsors here tonight, upstairs, that real feel of connection and community and family, which is really important for a club. It's not just about the soccer, it's about behind the scenes of what they're doing with their funds and their money. Because what we see as, and it's a donation that we're giving, is we're setting a foundation for future people to be playing at this club. And the success of a club is its tenure. in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, providing sport and opportunity for kids.
So talking about the future then, what would you like to see as a sponsor? I mean, this is a great initiative from the Campbelltown City Soccer Club, their own YouTube channel, and we know there's Man U TV and the city, all the big clubs have got their own channels. What would you like to see? Because we're not getting a fair go from the commercial networks. We are the equivalent of the SNFL to what the AFL is, so we are the equivalent of the A-League to the SNFL. So what would you like to see as a sponsor to get us more mileage on free to wear?
Look, I think the games need to be televised. I think there needs to be opportunity where all games are televised and there's opportunity for people to watch these games. Not everyone can come to the game. And especially in being in the middle of winter, some of the elderly people that can't get here. The first thing we need to do is we need to televise. Now, we need to be able to watch it, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's one of the channels. There needs to be commentation as well, where we got commentary around those games. Because what that does, it brings the game into your home. It brings the players into your home. And that will expand the league even further. And look, and just on that with Campbelltown, what they've done with the Women's World Cup, and they're part of those 3-4 clubs. It goes to show these kind of clubs where FIFA holds them in ranking to hold, an international team. But part of that means we need a bit more exposure at a media level.
I've got to thank you, Michael, for your time. You're a great talker because, if I'm not mistaken, you do a little bit of stuff on the Italian radio.
Yeah, still the Italian radio. Yes, absolutely.
What do you talk about there?
I do a pharmacy program. We do an hour on Friday mornings between 9 and 10, and we talk about pharmacy.
Have you found a cure for baldness?
No, I shave for fashion.
All right, so do I, just for the record. Michael, thanks for your time.
Thank
Michael
you.
from the Chemist King, the major sponsor of the Campbelltown City Soccer Club. It's all live on their YouTube channel now, the inaugural game tonight. Robbie, it's back up to you, mate.
Okay, thanks, Paul, there with the major sponsor of the Campbelltown Red Devils and Chemist King, Michael Cello, the proprietor from there. So, Bomber, I think we've got another sponsor commercial, and we'll go.
I'm here with Mary from Davro. Firstly, Mary, welcome. Its sponsor's not here tonight at the Campbelltown City Soccer Club. Tell us what Davro's all about.
Davro is a salon professional hair care brand manufactured by our company, which is Dreslier. We're based down the road, Stradbroke Road, just down from the club. Dreslier's been around since 1930, and we manufacture here in South Australia. And we sell into salons around Australia and into New Zealand and export into Europe and the US.
What about supermarkets? Are you competing with the commercial brands there, or just purely salons?
No, we're purely a salon brand. We have a different brand that we sell into Priceline and National Pharmacies, which is our pharmacy brand. But we are predominantly a professional hair care brand.
And Mary, what brought you to Campbelltown City Soccer Club?
Well, family, I guess, and history. My father-in-law, was involved with the club back in the early days.
You can drop names.
Well, my father-in-law was Fiore Santafanti. So he was involved with the club. So I guess there was that tradition, and my brother-in-laws were involved at different times. And my son started to play here at the age of 5, I think it was, under 6s or something like that. I can't remember now. It's been a long time. And so, yeah, we kind of thought, well, let's support grassroots sports, which is really, really important. So we started sponsoring the club, I think, back in 2013. So I think it's about 10 years now. And, we also sponsor a few different sporting clubs as well. But, this is probably one of our main ones, and we think it's really, really important. So, yeah.
Do you get out to most games, or you've just come out tonight because it's sponsors night?
No, I do try and get to a lot of the games. I'm on the board here as well of the club, and I do try and get here unless, we're travelling and, overseas and things like that, or interstate for work. But no, we like to, it's a release. It's actually nice coming here and watching the boys play and getting a win, which is even better. So, yeah, thoroughly enjoy it.
Tonight that might be on the cards. Mary from Davro, thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're here with Dino and Susie from Reality Furniture. The rain's starting, so we'll get this going. Dino, Firstly, tell us a little bit about Reality Furniture.
So we're a local manufacturing business here. We mainly do furniture, sofas, beds,
all custom bespoke type product, all more mid to higher end, and we specialise in that. We've been there for 25 years now, and we've got like a niche market, but we also do a lot of commercial work in and around the city, bars, restaurants, hotels, some aged care, and we've got a strong team, and we've been very busy for the last 10 or so years. And my wife heads the office with another lady, and I've got 4 guys at the back working.
And what about there's a showroom then, I take it. Tell us a little bit about that. And
we have a showroom, and we offer, so you come in with your design concepts, and we help you work out what you're after and selections, and put together a design sort of concept, and design a specific piece of furniture for what you want.
So basically custom made stuff is...
Yeah, so it's been like that from day one. Generally, we have product on the floor, which is mainly an example of how we do it, what we do. Then you test by having a seat, if you like how it feels, or if you like it, longer, shorter, harder or softer. It depends on what the client wants, and then we just take it from there, and we start a selection process with the girls, and then from selection we go to production, and we.
Okay, back here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, second half underway. There's a
Wow.
cheeky shot in the end for Adelaide City with the breeze. Beating the score, it is 1-0 Campbelltown Red Devils up against Adelaide City's second half commencement.
Any changes, Les?
No changes, but I do have some bad news on Josh Baresi. They have called an ambulance. It does look like that he has either a break close down to the ankle.
Gee whiz.
So yeah, not good.
You could see him grimacing. He was holding his face as he was coming off on the stretcher. It did not look good from up here. There's now Dorber having some defending to do. Now it's Campbelltown again. Latanzio goes wide. Mullen tripped up, asked the question, but it was ignored. Just an untidy touch there. So no changes at half-time. Campbelltown City leading 1-0 in this Australia Cup 2023 SA quarter-final. Live from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Good to have your company through the Campbelltown City TV YouTube channel. A lot of exclusive content on that channel. Past grand finals are up there as well if you want to go back and reminisce for your Campbelltown supporters, past players. How many grand finals are up on the page, Rob? 4? How many grand finals are up?
Yeah, I think that's 4. As Campbelltown do go all the way back to Woodlands. Breezy out here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre.
Breezy? How about hurricane-ish?
Very breezy. It ain't easy as it goes in towards Latanzio. He'll take the throw in. Campbelltown Red Devils. Goes to Marino. Boffer's there. Goes back to Daniel Mullen. Back to Boffer to all right.
Beautiful.
Risich goes further left. Halliday's there. Goes out to Yoshikawa. Matsumoto has a shot.
Thought he was trying to hit the sponsors there.
Almost hit the corner flag. And out for a goal kick. Be taken here by Dakota Oxenham. You all right?
Freezing, but okay, yeah. Hypothermia coming. What about you down there, Les? It's not so windy down there, they tell me.
Should have brought my hip flask just to warm up a bit.
Did you have a cup of tea at half-time?
Actually, if I was back in the UK, I would have done, yeah.
That's right, this should be summer compared to the UK.
This is a warm summer's day in Scotland.
There you go. So it's going to be a throw into Campbelltown. Deep in their defensive half. Referee just getting the players to get on with it. It's only 1-0 in favour of Campbelltown. Mullen. She always goes back to Woodlands. Had him under a little bit of pressure. Woodlands did well to get a good clearance. Marino the target. Halliday got there first. Oh, that's an interesting back pass. Robinson under a little bit of pressure. Clears only as far as Matsumoto. He's got an overlapping run, ignored, but they do use Halliday now. Halliday on the far side. Backtracks. Did have Yoshikawa up front. That was ignored. Daniel Mullen now goes wide. Tanzio. Laurie Latanzio, hyphenated. She's run over the ball. Boffa will back him up. Good ball. All right, Boffa combined. Good balance by Boffa as well. Goes back to Daniel Mullen and they'll start the rebuild.
Good to see him playing too, Boffa, because does tend to be injury prone as he gets a nice ball forward. Yoshikawa controls it. One way than the other. He walks, gets across there, nice looking one. In the way there's Darcy Dorber. Latenzio trying to get to it. Tries to get the first time cross. Boffa's there. Short he goes to Marino. He's going to crack it from there, does so. Ends up with Halliday. And cleared in the end there by Adelaide City. So a lot of pressure on the Adelaide City defence.
Well, I think possession, as you said, Les, at half-time, definitely favouring Campbelltown.
Yeah, they've just got to be patient. Look, Adelaide City are in this start of this second half have come out with a little bit of energy again, like they started the first half, and they've got to ride that little bit of energy and keep the ball, keep being patient, and then the gaps will open up and hopefully they'll get some chances.
It's Matsumoto on the far side now for Campbelltown. Gets the ball into the box. Marino maybe should have gone first time.
A great chance.
Absolutely. He knows it too. Just looking at that reaction.
Great ball in.
Should have wanted to go, but didn't in the end. Do you think Michael would be happy with a 1-0 lead, knowing that you got Book on the bench for Adelaide City? This is all set up for him maybe to make a name for himself again, Nicholas Book. Or are you happy with 1-0, or he'd want a second at least?
Is that for me?
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Would that be the instruction from Michael at half-time?
Like I said at the start of the game, I think as a coach, you're happy to have the lead because it forces the opposition to make the move. You don't have to make the move. As long as you're keeping possession, the opposition ain't scoring. So it forces them to come out, and that's when sometimes you get your opportunities, when the opposition take risks. So I think he'd prefer 2-0. I think I would too, but in an ideal world, 2-0, yeah, but he'll take 1-0.
Eventually they get out of the defence. Offside flag goes up early, and I like that.
So it'll be a free kick to Campbelltown City. Just played just over 6 minutes. And this is 1-0. Campbelltown leading. Here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it is the home ground of Campbelltown City. This goes all the way back to Woodlands, living a little dangerously.
Yeah. Ends
up with Yoshikawa. Halliday been prominent today, but it's not a good ball. Look away Adelaide City through Devereux to Irabona. Aladdin goes to Fizzle. Back to Irabona. Gets a cut back, but Estella's there.
Well, watch the wind here.
That's going to might even drop in the way it's going. Woodland's got it covered.
One of the hardest balls to catch it for a goalkeeper, coming straight down on top of you.
Look a bit nervous, Campbelltown at the back there. Better Stella with a half chance.
On the ground it goes.
Look, Adelaide City Adelaide City, you can see it decided to press a bit higher this second half, and that's what's causing the mistakes.
Well, they have got, we think they're rated by a breeze which is swirling and going maybe across the ground, but we'll see now with this clearance. It does hold up in the breeze. Yep. Marino applied some pressure, not enough. Halliday tidies up for Adelaide City. Dorber goes back to Halliday. To Robinson. To the far side. Gutierrez back to Robinson. Goes back to Oxenham, who saved the penalty in the first half. Oxenham and Robinson racking up the possession. Now they finally go forward, but to no one in particular. And Marisic says thank you very much.
This goes all the way back to Woodlands. He'll switch it dangerously to Boffa. Did well, Boffa, in the end. Bit of a grab there by Darcy Dormer on his opponent. We didn't quite see it. Fizzle ended up with Devereux. Good work there by Captain Mullen. He got it out to Tenzio. He's got a bit of speed, but not quick enough though for the Adelaide City defence. That should be a free kick. Yeah. It is.
Professional foul there by Daniel Mullen. Alex Mullen just holding up the play too, allowing his teammates just to man up, Les. That's a smart foul, I'd say.
So they go into attack. In a Bonner.
Oh, hesitation.
And just
sorry, I was.
Yeah.
It's hard. First time commentating. You're switching between being a Campbelltown spectator supporter / commentator.
Actually, you've done well. Yeah, you haven't shown too much bias. A little bit of bias and barracking, but I think on the whole.
It is Campbelltown TV, so I'm allowed.
Yeah, you are actually.
Don gave me the all clear. He said you can barrack as hard as you want.
Actually, you're right. It is a bit more specified now. The stream on Campbelltown City TV. Les Pogliacomi, our boundary rider, as now Marisic moves forward for Campbelltown. Marino being quiet, but as Les alluded to earlier on, he just needs a moment of magic. Laurie Latanzio now. And
hopefully this is it.
Oh, not a good ball, and well left in the end by Robinson for his keeper.
Oxenham. Get his boot to it, go straight to the other keeper in Woodlands. It's a big kick with the breeze.
But this gives them an opportunity to press higher and harder now. This is what that's the intention behind it.
I'd say Paul Pezos would have been okay with that 1-0 deficit at half-time, knowing he's got this breeze and a high press coming, so we'll see what happens.
In the way, it's Robinson in the back lines. Brassan goes back to his keeper. Oxenham, right side of the park, Adelaide City, in towards the centre of the ground. Trying to control it with Buddy Stella, but loses out. Gee, all right. Did well there. Goes to Mullen, Alex Mullen. Captain gets it short to his
cousin,
I think. Yep, Daniel Mullen. Left side to Matsumoto.
Nice
back to Halliday. Gets it in. Yoshikawa. Back to Halliday it goes. A chance for Campbelltown.
Ooh.
Just didn't get past his last opponent. Robertson did well, but he's still trying to find Ida Bonner. That's gone over the sideline for a throw-in.
Going to the subs bench. Adelaide City, Paul Pezos making the first move. Fabrizio coming on. Who's coming off? Just while we have this break and play, Robert, we thank the ladies in the kitchen. Don's team, beautiful hamburgers feeding the entire LSA team. Thank you, ladies. Always doing a great job.
What are the girls' names in there? Do you know, Les? I think it's Moira, isn't it?
It has changed over the last couple of years. I know my mother-in-law was one of the first ones to start the Campbelltown canteen probably a good 30 years ago. And get that going, but yeah, the lovely ladies in there, they're all volunteers, they all give their time, they're all fantastic, they do it for the club. They're great.
Thank you very much for the ladies. As Adelaide City going into attack, opened up quite well in this second half. Player actually came on to the park. Fabrizio got it to Devereux. Bressan trying to get it off him was Shikawa. Referee season infringement, and that'll be a free kick to Adelaide City.
So Battistella off in that move by Paul Pezos. Battistella off and Fabrizio on. Maybe there was going to be some advantage, but the referee called it back as there was no advantage, and it's quickly taken. Fabrizio with a chip into the box. It's be an own goal. It isn't. Wow. That was close though. Watching on replay, quickly taken free kick. Fabrizio with a chip. I think it even evaded our cameraman there on that occasion. They froze in the moment. And that just luckily went wide. But it is a corner for Adelaide City. Swirling breeze. Goalkeeper nightmare, Les. Let's see what happens with a left foot in swinger near post. Can't beat the first defender. It's going to come back at him though. Vissel from distance. Why not with this breeze? Why not?
Looks like could be another change, is it? Or no, they want another ball.
No, another ball. I think he killed a koala with that shot.
There's the quickly taken free kick. Well done on the wide shot. And just wide of the upright there. Well done, boys.
So goal kick, we take it here by Woodlands. Goes short back to Woodlands. Marisic gets it. Trying to go over the halfway line in the way was Tedez. Over the sideline will be a throw in. Here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. 14 and a half minutes played, just over 14 and a half minutes played. Campbelltown still leading 1-0. Goal scorer being Alex Mullen. Woodlands clears it. Nice touch by Alex Mullen, only as far as Halliday. But well read there by Boffa. Latenzio goes short. Alex Mullen, Daniel Mullen pushing it around to Marisic.
Marisic now shy of the halfway line, finds all right under pressure. The high press from Adelaide City, but Halliday still only on the halfway line. Samoto under pressure, has to go back. Marisic to Mullen. Pressure applied. Daniel Mullen, Boffa under the same sort of pressure. Laurie Latenzio, 3 around him, mind you, and probably did well to win the throw-in.
Goes all the way back to Woodlands. Again short they go to Marisic. Oshikawa. Back to Marisic. He's playing a slow build-up at the moment, Les, the boys.
Yeah, look, I was just thinking Adelaide City's energy in their press has already started to fade a little bit. So now Campbelltown can start to get their foot on the ball and start moving it and looking for the gaps and looking for that lazy player that's out of position and try and hurt them that way. But they've just got to be patient.
So Campbelltown still with the ball. Goes out to Halliday. Chance for Marino.
I don't know about that.
Just
Dorba, I reckon, might have kept him on side. See if we can see this on replay.
The referee's assistant is in. I'll tell you, I reckon that's when it's kicked. I think he was on.
I reckon he was too, to the naked eye. I mean, our angle.
He's in a better angle.
Absolutely. But then so was Regis for the penalty call, and he missed it. Boy, did he miss it from point blank. Jaden Betterman to the rescue, though. Good Lord. I wonder how they analyse that afterwards, because the referees analyse the games afterwards. I wonder what they would say.
To his credit, he did go to the referee's assistant, and the correct penalty in the end was awarded.
But would the match referee, or whoever sort of...
probably a match referee.
Well, whoever sort of analyses their performance, wouldn't the first question be was, well, how come you were 3 metres away, why didn't you call it? But anyway, we digress as now Adelaide City on the charge. The cutback comes in, but the wind did the rest, and Gutierrez, that's a goal kick.
And can I just add on that comment, you know, something as a coach we used to say, you know, the player's safety is important. How can a player have a broken leg and only a yellow card given? Do you know, it's and not the free kick not given straight away. It's crazy. It's madness.
I mean, in fairness to the referee, in defence of the referee, I should say, yeah.
Changed his mind.
No, we probably didn't know that it was a broken bone involved in that, or such a severe injury. But the point that I thought was he lunged. It's
a scissor tackle, which
that's right.
they're
and from behind. So do you want to add any more things in there?
Yeah.
Should have been a straight send-off, yeah.
Well, I don't know about a send-off. It should have been a straight penalty, but there were 3 aspects to that warranted Stonewall Penners.
Remember one of those World Cups we had? Any tackle from behind, you were sent off. What was that, in Japan?
Yeah, but you can't get the triple whammy. Can't get the
Yeah,
red
the
card.
rules
nowadays.
the rules have changed now. If you give away a penalty,
You can't get red carded.
you can't get red carded unless it's like a blatant
Yeah.
handball on the line or something
Yeah.
like that. That's right. It's obvious.
So Daniel Mullen back to the game. It's still 1-0 only to Campbelltown City. So that's given Adelaide City some hope at the very minimum, as Matsumoto now on the far side. He's got a couple of teammates in the box if they can get the ball there. Halliday was the runner there on that occasion, but that was a little bit too heavy, and that's gone out for a goal kick. So it's the inaugural game here of the Campbelltown City TV Australia Cup 2023 SA quarter final, live from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, and it's Campbelltown holding the lead at the moment 1-0. But I must say, if I was the coach, I'd probably want another one just for that insurance bet, because while it's only one, there is hope for Adelaide City.
Especially when you've got a dangerous booker on the bench, as Campbelltown have got the ball through Captain Mullen. Well, he's got it actually now. Got it from Daniel Mullen. Left side to Matsumoto. Goes inboard. Looks for Marino. It's a bit heavy on that pass. As a
Could have been a
Fizzle
foul.
try to get past a couple.
No, that's good refereeing.
In the end, Regis Quefflick, the referee, sees an infringement. Free kick to Adelaide City.
Played
See the
advantage.
replay?
Yep. Played advantage. There was none.
So it'll be Matt Halliday to Robinson. Right side of the park. So back with Robinson to Halliday. Demanding the ball was Fabrizio. Dorber back to Fabrizio. It was Kimishima. Inabona. Almost got two breasts on. Matsumoto all the way back to Woodlands. Nice clearance though. And as far as Darcy Dorber. Board to Robinson. Adelaide City build up once again. Robinson. Inabona.
Good spell of possession for City.
Now at the moment, just pushing it around. There's with Fabrizio. Goes from Robinson. Darcy Dorber. Fabrizio to Halliday.
Now in the middle of the park, Robinson. Devro almost turned it over. Robinson under pressure has to push it forward. Inabona couldn't control it. Mullen fouled. That's why the referee sees it. 21, almost 22 minutes gone in the second half. Campbelltown City lead 1-0 over Adelaide City in the Australia Cup 2023 South Australian quarter final. It will go to extra time should Adelaide City equalise, and then penalties, which you wouldn't have thought that at the start of the game where the odds are the way they were. But here comes Latanzio now for Campbelltown. Halliday hot on his hammer, as is Dorber. Dorber did well. Gee whiz, did well not to give away the foul as well. But this time they have given away the foul. That's Campbelltown. And Yoshikawa giving away the foul, just holding again.
Are you surprised Booker's still not on, Les?
Like I said, there's still time. There's a lot of football to be played,
And it might be about to change.
Here we go. He's starting to get ready. It looks like he's about to come on. Here
So
we go.
Fissel coming off.
Here we go.
And the Book is coming on. There he is, Nicholas Book. Or look out. Now it's is it a Bonner coming off? No, they're changing position. Now I'd be a little bit more concerned.
Who went off?
Fissel, Henry Fissel off. Nicholas Booker on.
So now they have to take risks. Now they have to push higher. They need a goal.
Well, they've had some good spells, so if they can just turn that over to the danger man, who's their highest goal scorer too so far in the league, for Adelaide City that is.
So Daniel Mullen all the way back to his keeper there in Woodlands. Can Adelaide City get back into this game? Campbelltown leading 1-0 here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. They go in towards all right. He's had a good game so far tonight. Work. He's been okay, Robertson, today.
Absolutely.
Tonight. Goes to the dangerous Booker. Scored a goal from halfway a couple of weeks ago. Had to keep off his line. Goes back to Booker. The Sprees could certainly do something like that. Goes to Matty Halliday, captain. Not a good ball. But winning at Adelaide City. Goes to Dorber. Left side, can he keep it in? No, he can't. He goes out for a throw into Campbelltown. Taken here, looks like, by James Boffer.
So deep in their defensive half. Campbelltown in their defensive corner flag. As you can see, Adelaide City 5 around the ball on that high press. Mullen. Gee, that's good work, Latanzio.
Good ball skills.
He has. Dorber couldn't control it, concedes a throw-in. Almost 25 minutes gone in the second half. A good 20 minutes for Nicholas to showcase something special for the black and whites. Boffel with a throw-in, finds Mullen. Goes back to Marusic. Pressure coming from Fabrizio. Long searching ball for Yoshikawa on the far side. He couldn't keep it in. And that will be a throw into Adelaide City, and referee's not happy with something. No, he's maybe indicating the time wasting. I'm on to you. Is that what he was saying, Les? I'm on to you.
These referees, you never know what they're thinking.
That's a good point.
So throw in taken, goes to Buko. He found Kimishima. Today's going to get in towards Itabana. It's cleared.
Oh,
yeah.
He's done his back
Going to
too.
hurt himself more than the LA City player.
That's right. Didn't have his eye on it at all, Yoshikawa.
Giving away the free kick, quickly taken here by Adelaide City.
Gee, good sweeping there.
Yeah, by Daniel Mullen. Up
Good
here
cover.
though. Goes Latinzia cleverly, got it to the ball. And ends up over the sideline for a throw-in to Adelaide City.
Some good youngsters on display here tonight for both teams as Boffer now gives chase. And knows his team's got the throw in and he's got the 1-0 lead as well. Is that going to be enough though? So Boffer looking for some movement, comes from Mullen, chests it down. Latanzio couldn't control it. There's a chance for City now. Devro goes wide. Kimishima, or Gutierrez it was actually, finds Robinson, back to Halliday. Good spell this for Adelaide City. Fabrizio looking for a runner in the box. Nicely cut out by Mullen, finds his cousin. Latanzio just behind Alex Mullen. That's gone out of play. Thrown to Adelaide City. Nervous times, Les?
Oh, look, it's that balance between protecting your lead and still, you know, wanting to have effective possession to try and maybe get a second goal. It's a hard balance. So, yeah, Campbelltown are playing cautiously now. It looks like they're protecting the lead more than actually trying to get that second, and obviously that gives Adelaide City a bit more possession.
Ends up with Fabrizio, loses out, Doug goes to Marino. Marino with a chance, he's a keeper off his line. Is that going to hold up in the air? But it isn't. Over the crossbar it goes. Promising move by the Campbelltown City.
Switching on replay. Mistake there. Good pressure by Alex Mullen in fairness, and Marino did well to see the keeper off the line. Just the chip didn't come off as nice as he would have liked.
Always had it covered.
Probably hoping the breeze did more than it did.
So clearance from the far side, Adelaide City with the throw in. Quickly taken, trying to find Kimishima. In the way though, it's all right. Sending it right side to Latanzio. Controls it well, he's got good foot skills. Try to go through the gap, through the eye of the needle, but it's come unstuck. It goes all the way back, Daniel Mullen. Giving it to his keeper there at Woodlands. Further left, Marisic. Halliday. Matsumoto also there. Back to Marisic it goes. Looking for Marino. Well done, Matt Halliday, captain of Adelaide City. In the way though, Joel Allright. Matsumoto. Good first timer there by James Boffa. Ran out of room though. Good interception there by Dalton. Quickly takes the throw in. Itabona cleverly goes to Kimishima. He gets brought down. Free kick to Adelaide City.
Switching on replay, fairly obvious foul. Quickly taken, Fabrizio for Adelaide City. Goes wide to Dorber, back to Fabrizio. He centres the ball to Robinson. Devro. Bucco. Fabrizio. Turned over, and Campbelltown should get out of the danger. Latanzio up the line. Marino was waiting for it, but it didn't get to him, unfortunately. So that's going to be a throw-in to Adelaide City. And it's the referee's saying come back a little bit. Half an hour just about gone here in the second half. Campbelltown holding the slenderest of leads, 1-0.
Looks like Trimboli's going to come on.
Recorded Kings striker.
Slash
Come on.
winger.
As it goes, Adelaide City. Fabrizio. Itabona. Kimishima goes to Bucco. Gets a cutback.
Oh, wow.
And,
Let's have a look at that on
for a
replay.
Go hit him on the schnoz.
Yeah, you could be right.
Or he's made it look like that, grabbing your nose straight away.
Sort of looked like that on the replay as well.
I can see his finger, Ben.
So Bucco with a right foot in swinger for Adelaide City. They only trail 1-0.
Watch out for the keeper.
He's swinging ball far post, had to be dealt with by Marisic, and that'll be another corner kick to Adelaide City. It's their half, isn't it, Les? It's there. That's the close-up one here. It looked like the snoz.
Well, like I said, now they have to take risks. There's no point in sitting back. They've got to throw bodies forward, and obviously Campbelltown now are looking more like they want to protect that 1-0 lead.
Looks like Devereaux will take this corner kick on the far side. Campbelltown still leading 1-0. As they go in. Left-footed in swinger, it's cleared.
And this is the opportunity
there goes
now.
Marine. Is that Marino?
Latanzio.
Latanzio. He's
3-on-1.
quick. He's got Marino on the right. He's got Matsumoto on the left, but reading it well, Fabrizio.
This is those moments, you know, they've got to be capitalised. You can't give away possession that easily.
No one ran with him though, in fairness.
Oh, there was bodies. Mark Marino on the right. There was, I think it was Jakey pushing on the left, but yeah, you just can't give the ball away so easily.
Robertson clears it. He's had a good game. It goes out to Matsumoto with the throw in. And looks like another change happening. Bradley Corbo
Trimboli.
and Trimboli.
Double change. So Bradley Corbo coming.
Marino off, do you think? No. Latenzio.
So Kimishima off. For Adelaide City. Corbo on. And Trimboli on for Campbelltown. So Latanzio coming off. Lauro Latanzio off. Trimboli on.
Like for like, winger for winger.
So
Thrown on the far side. Jake Halliday goes to Allright. And cleared by Adelaide City defence, only as far as Marisic there. He lets it go over the sideline. These are for Jake Halliday. Games has really slowed down. Both teams played Saturday afternoon. they've got another game either Friday or Saturday. I think it's a Saturday. So 3 games within a week. Pretty tough for them, both teams. It goes to Oxenham. Gutierrez.
Corbo.
Is it? And that Corbo's there now. He might have pushed Gutierrez up.
Actually, Robinson looks like he's gone up front.
Okay.
There's Robinson with Halliday.
Yep. So Adelaide City with a throw. Go square it up. Dangerous ball, one there by Dorber. Dorber with the ball. He can probably crack it from there. Decides to go short. Probably wrong option. With this breeze, just crack it. See if we can go anywhere. And out came the keeper there in Woodlands.
Hindsight's always a good thing, Rob, but I'd probably give it to Bressan as well. Just didn't get to his target. But he had 2 targets, one either side. Robinson and Bressan. Bressan knows how to finish. Didn't probably have enough confidence in himself. Just didn't come off. Corbo with the chest down, only as far as Mullen. Alex Mullen goes to Matsumoto on the far side. He goes backwards to Halliday. Marisic. Still good pressing by City. They don't look that tired to me, Les.
Oh, well, they've made those 3 substitutions and it's brought a bit of energy back in the squad, in the team, and obviously Booker up front. They know he can score, so there's still hope for them.
Absolutely at 1-0. So Boffa to take the throw in. 35 and a bit gone in the second half here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Still Campbelltown 1-0. All right. Goes wide to Halliday. Matsumoto wants it wide, gets it. She gets checked, gets stopped, but she did well to keep possession of the ball. Halliday in support. Marisic back wide. Matsumoto down the line. It's Yoshikawa. Matsumoto and an intercept by Gutierrez. That'll be a throw-in. On the far side of the ground. Halliday in no hurry to take it. 81 in the game gone. This is where they could start winding the clock down. Still a dangerous scoreline.
Oh, it's a long way to go
That's
still.
right. As it goes out. All right.
Yoshikawa. Yeah.
Yoshikawa goes to Trimboli. Goes back to Boffa. Clever pass to Mullen. Mullen's got the goal at his mercy, then decides to go all the way up.
To the solar panels.
Let's come all the way down. So
good chance though, yeah. There. Gee, if you kept that low. Still think they need that insurance of a second goal.
Oh yeah.
Especially while this man's on the park. Booker goes to Ida Bonner. Robinson trying to get into the box for City. Booker there in support if needed. Ida Bonner wants to do it himself and wins the corner. So danger. Campbelltown.
Especially with Booker taking these corners, can swing around.
Swirling breeze.
Got to be on his toes. Sorry, not toes.
The tiles are up there on that roof.
This is the hardest part, isn't it, to Les, for a keeper, for a breeze to go that way?
It's terrible. The wind was the worst thing for goalkeepers.
Swirling wind. Booker right foot in swing. It goes deep, too deep, and eludes all players. And to the relief of Woodlands, it's out for a goal kick.
That was the first thing you looked in the morning for the forecast when you played.
Well, it lied today. It lied, Les. It lied. It was supposed to be calm.
It was meant to be calm tonight.
It's blowing a gale, especially up here.
And the winds got colder, trust me.
Yeah, I believe you. I feel sorry for our camera boys.
We're higher up. We're closer to the snow.
Yeah, well, the camera boys have got absolutely no protection up there, so they're doing it the roughest of all.
So it'll be Woodlands to take this goal kick. 38 minutes played here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Campbelltown hanging on 1-0 against Adelaide City as Trimboli gets a cheeky pass to Matsumoto.
Yeah, again, I don't know about that.
Wow, that is a sketchy decision, that.
Let's have a look on replay. Not that this angle's good. Even the angle was fairly concise, but
I don't have to know it's when it's kicked, not when it gets
No, I
there.
know it's when it's kicked.
I'm talking about the referee's assistant,
Oh.
not you.
Deborah in the middle of the park for Adelaide City. I don't know what that was, if that was a pass or a straight goal attempt, but the offside flag's up regardless.
And this is the problem, having the wind when you're playing those deeper balls direct. They tend to, unless they're perfect, they'll run out of play. So sometimes having the wind, going against the wind is a bit of a advantage for you as well.
So offside free kick for Campbelltown. Woodlands to take it. It's going to come back at him maybe. Actually a bit of a nudge out there on Robinson. It could have been a foul, but all right. Up the line. Trimboli did well with the body. Trimboli did very well. Will he keep it in? He does. Trimboli and Halliday. Trimboli one way then the other. Gets the cross in, but no one there to meet it. Or maybe Matsumoto late. Gee, almost getting shoved out of the way there. Gutierrez tried to shove Matsumoto out of the way. Again, a heavy touch because of that wind. Mullen to his keeper. Marisic to all right. Still they chase Adelaide City.
Good football though from Campbelltown. They're playing their way out of trouble.
Marino wants it short. That's ignored. Trimboli is used. Goes back to Boffa. Goes back to Mullen. 85 gone now, so less than 5 of normal time, and whatever the referee wants to add on. Ishikawa. Boffa. Mullen. Mullen turns it over. Don't say that often.
It's got to be a throw into Adelaide City. Dorba looking for Itabona in the way, all right. Been the man of the match so far.
Trimmer's trying to rally the intensity up again.
As it goes in, Mullen, Alex Mullen, lets it go for Marisic. Up in here it goes.
Great control.
Yep, Matty Halliday's been around quite a bit. Matty Halliday's won a few championships as well. That goes over the sideline for a throw-in.
I think it's a free
kick. So we'll leave it for Deveray. Goes short. He's playing keepies off at the moment. Matt Halliday goes to his keeper, Oxenham. Guterres. Looking for I think it's Robertson.
There we go. This is the moment.
Yep, it is Robertson. Goes to Marino, wins it though. Trimboli. Right side of the park. Boffa's had a pretty good game too. In the way though. Matty Halliday as Bressan goes to Bucco. Too heavy for Itabona. And well policed over the goal line there by Daniel Mullen.
Alex Mullen has gone down near the middle of the park.
A goal kick.
Referee just going to go check on him and see if he's okay. I think the energy levels, Les, of Adelaide City look good from up here. I know you said that they look like they might.
Oh, look, since obviously they've made a few changes, they've thrown Robbo up front, and they need a goal. They have to fight. If not, they'll know about it after the game. Obviously, Pez demands intensity, and they're lifting, and they're sniffing. You know, they've got to get a goal now. There's only 5 minutes to go, well, including at a time. So they've got to go for it.
Well, 1-0 where there's life, there's hope, and 1-0 definitely within the sights of Adelaide City, as Bucco was the target, didn't get there. Gee, if that got through, it does get through. Marino now has got Matsumoto on the overlapping run. That's the way it goes. Back into Marino. He's directing traffic. Goes down the middle to no one in particular. Matty Halliday finds Itabona. Itabona, one way then the other. Tries the long through ball, asking a lot of Bressan. That's straight through to the keeper. Trish just getting him to calm down and slow it down. 88.5 gone in the game.
Come on. Don't want him to get done for 6 seconds. Oh,
It
dear.
was 8 seconds, isn't it?
Oh.
Isn't it 20 seconds? That takes so long.
Yeah, that took a while.
It is theoretically 8
I don't
seconds.
think there is any seconds.
No, well,
Oh, is it?
sometimes
There's
you
meant
think,
to be, yeah, number of
I don't know about
seconds,
that.
but yeah, have a look.
Used to be 6 steps as well, didn't it?
Maybe I was thinking 6 steps, 8
That's what I
seconds.
reckon.
8 seconds.
So the ball's with Campbelltown, pushing it around. 44 minutes played, so a minute plus time on to go. Can they hang on? Matsumoto with it. Left side, loves to run.
Good speed.
Got past a couple, didn't quite keep it in the end.
What's
We're going to
going
give away
on
a free
here?
kick. Adelaide City have given away a free kick, I reckon.
I think you could be right, Rob.
So it'll be a free kick to Campbelltown City,
Adam Piscineri about to come on as well.
right by the
Gee, you wouldn't
goal
think,
line.
You wouldn't think so by the body language of the Campbelltown boys. They look like they want to get back to the centre line.
So Matsumoto is going to probably leave it to Yoshikawa.
So who's coming off? No one's coming off at the moment.
Mark Marino.
Yeah, the referee's instructing him to go the other way. They can nowadays.
An extra body in midfield, lock it up.
Yep.
So Adam Piscineri comes on for Mark Marino. Alex Mullen, the scorer in the 35th minute. That's what's separating these two teams. It's the Australia Cup 2023 SA quarter-final. Campbelltown hold the lead 1-0, slender lead. It's been a tight game.
So Matsumoto. Who's short with him? Is that Yoshikawa?
There's only Mullen in the box. I think the
Yeah, he
intent
went
is
short.
pretty clear here.
I think it's Yoshikawa. It is. Just wanted to wasting a bit of time. Why didn't they just take it?
It's a goal kick from what I...
No, it's a free kick.
Another free
Another
kick.
free kick. This time it's 2 touches. He's got his hand up.
I think Campbelltown are going to keep it in the corner there.
Interesting.
So 1 minute of extra time's been played.
Talk about wasting time.
Well, that's the whole intent
That's
of it.
the whole point of it. Waste time,
Okay,
get
just nail in
the
the
final
coffin,
whistle
get
to
the
blow and
corner.
get the...
Put it in the goal.
What if they lose possession, they score from on the
Okay.
counter, Rob?
Oh, it can happen now.
Get that ticket into the semi-final.
Well, you want to make it for sure, to make it 2-0. Anyhow, the ball.
Professional foul, yellow card.
And the yellow card.
Actually,
Second yellow card of the game.
yeah, it's been a tidy game. Ball quickly now in attack for Adelaide City, but it's Mullen who does the clearing. Gee, look at the wind hold that ball up. It's almost come back at him. He's got to be careful because Yoshikawa's got just received the yellow card, but it's all smart Dorban out. Bit of urgency, a lot of urgency for Adelaide City. Gee, almost found its way through the book. Look out for the bounce here. Keeper's got to come, but the referee's seen an infringement. To relieve the pressure for Campbelltown. Watch this on
Keeper had
replay.
it covered.
Surely there's not much more time.
Marisic dumped off the ball, then gets a free. 2 and a bit minutes of extra time have been played.
I reckon another couple.
Probably get 4. Just for that unintentional time wasting. So Campbelltown City hold on at the moment, 1-0. Woodlands, as that ball holds up in the air as well. Halliday hacks it forward. Might get another attempt. No, plays it along the ground to Boffa. This time to on the far side. It's Corbo. Bressan tried to chest it. Dorber gives chase. Well done by Trimboli doing the defending. That's gone out of play for a throw in. 3 minutes of extra time being played. Got to be into the last minute surely. Halliday, short. Devro. He'll go long into the box. Keeper should have maybe come for that. A header from Robinson. Matsumoto doing the defending. This will be a shot I would have thought from distance. Maybe Halliday from the centre circle. Doesn't. Bit more measured. This is a corner. Be careful. Be careful.
48.5 minutes played.
Keepers going up,
Last ditch
Oxenham.
So they want the ball. Campbelltown score direct from the corner. So we'll
Goalkeeper's up even for Adelaide City. Last roll of the dice, really.
There's Matrish on the sideline.
So Bucko will take this deep into their
Gee, Woodlands did well.
6-yard box. It's cleared out, and the
that's
referee has called it whistle here, and the game has ended. And Campbelltown City have ended up winning this game 1-0, and there's a yellow card in the end to Bucko for some reason. So Campbelltown winning their quarter-final of the SA leg of the Australia Cup 1-0 over Adelaide City.
Probably dissent there. As Paul Pezza smiling there. Unusual to see Mappy after a loss. Barney Smith there. There's Paul on screen. Barney Smith just
Got a lot of injuries.
Yep.
Boys, I've got Michael Matrish with me here.
Go for it, mate. Down to you.
Michael, great result. Into the semi-final now. Obviously, second half was tough to play against the wind, but I thought you knocked the ball around there, kept possession when you needed to, and limited them to just long balls.
Yeah, that's right. I think we knew at halftime that we had the lead. So they had to come at us, and we were happy to build up with an extra player. And then we got out a number of times, but just that final pass to be able to create a clear-cut chance to be able to score the second and sort of put the game to bed wasn't there. And then in cup games, it's always long balls, scrap. You never know what happens. So we defended extremely well. We've got a lot of experience. So I'm really happy to go through to the semi-final.
Well, I think now, really, you'll be looking at the draw, hoping to maybe avoid Metro and get a team that, you know, you can't discount any of the teams that are in the semi-final, but hopefully, get a team that you feel you've got a good chance to get into that final.
Look, we're pretty confident we can beat anybody. Obviously, Metro's a very good side, as is Adelaide City. I'm not sure who's won the other match, but there's Burkalla, and I'm not sure if who won the other match, by the way. Do we even know? Adelaide Uni
Negative,
or
we don't know
Croydon?
at this stage.
Croydon.
We don't know the results.
Croydon?
Okay, but either way, when you're in the semi-final, anything can happen. So we're just excited to be there. It's a great result for us. We're doing well. I feel sorry for Josh Perez. He's obviously broken his leg, which is a disaster for him personally and obviously us as a team. We feel for him, and hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. But otherwise, we recover well and get ready for Modbury on Saturday.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations, and yeah, sorry about that news with Josh, and we wish him all the best and a speedy recovery.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thanks, Les.
Thanks, Michael.
See if you
that's
can
bad
get
news.
Joel Allright, Les.
Bad news for Josh Baresi.
Yeah. So yeah, it's terrible news. He's a great player, great person. He's worked really hard to get rid of all his injury problems that he's had over the years. He's had knee issues and all the rest of it. So yeah, we wish him a really speedy recovery and wish him all the best.
Okay, so it's Campbelltown running our victors.
I just want to go have a chat with Joel Allright if you can.
Yep, I'll let
classed him as our man of the match.
Michael have his little chat with the boys.
So deserved result, Rob. I think it was pretty tight affair, really, and Adelaide City always a chance and showed some energy in that second half, and that Breeze trick he took away from some of the better play we could have seen. We'll go back down to Les.
I've got Joel Allright as you wanted. Joel, a really good performance from yourself. I thought you were excellent there as a 6. Yep. Happy to get the result over your old team and get into that semi-final.
Yep, 100%. You know, this is, I guess, at the start of the season, we're after 3 things: Premier's, Championship, and the Cup. So it's very good to keep going in the Cup.
So you're on track for all 3.
Yep.
Obviously, really sad news about Josh breaking his leg. How did you see that? That challenge, and did you think, how did he not give the penalty straight away?
It didn't look great, to be honest. Didn't look great. It was pretty much 2-footer from behind. So it is a bit odd that it had to take that long for it to become a penalty. But I guess he made the right decision in the end. Unfortunately, we didn't capitalise on that. But it was good to get the goal probably 5 minutes after.
Yep, well, I think it's fair to say it was a deserved result. I think you dominated the ball, you kept possession, you limited them to long balls, nothing clear cut. you know, maybe when we lost possession, they try to hit you on transition. So, yeah, are you happy with the way the team played and that the plan the game went to plan?
Yeah, very much so. I think it kind of looked as if they were trying to just hold as long as they can to then bring on some players at the end and then try to, try to force something from us after running around for so long. So it was good to hold on, you know, for that long and still go forward. So we've got very, very good players on the bench as well that can come on and make a big difference. So this is a very big squad, and it's one that's very hungry for trophies this year.
Well, Joel, again, congratulations on a great performance, great result, and good luck with the draw. And yeah, all the best for the rest of the season. I'll see you later on.
Mike suits you.
Thanks, mate.
How do you say the mic suits you?
Yeah.
Well, boys, I want to get a nice warm coffee or.
Croydon winning 3-0, mate, against Adelaide Uni.
Wow, okay.
So it's Croydon Kings, Burkalla, Metro and Campbelltown in the semi-finals. And the draw, I presume, will be done during the week.
Presume right. Well, Les, once again, a great debut as boundary rider. Thank you for your time down there, mate. Thanks for being part of the team.
Thank you, gentlemen, for involving me.
Thanks to you. Go. Sorry.
I was going to say I just had a blast. Thank you.
Good on you, mate.
Good on you, mate. You might be a bit more of this Campbelltown City TV.
You might have to pay me next time. That's all.
You can speak to Don.
Yeah, exactly.
He's Don.
Right.
He's good.
That's right. Good on you, Les. Thanks for that.
Boys.
And boys, we might wrap it up as well. You want to go through some full-time stuff?
Many thanks to Don and the crew down here as well, the president and the vice president, Italo. Campbelltown City TV is born.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We'll be there for the rest of the season and in the future.
Well, it was the Australia Cup 2023 South Australian quarterfinals. The victors tonight, Campbelltown 1-0 over Adelaide City. Thanks for your company. We hope you enjoyed it on Campbelltown City TV. We'll catch you next time from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, the LSA team. It's good night and keep warm.
Well, Leeds United, England's early, Marcelo.